to Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit. On Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that? And the father goes shamefully, that's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully, Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings, you put it in some sauce, and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk, put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios, vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? And I steal the question from Cabs.
I got it right.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hype for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night and it is Knucklehead Comics. And in honor of the writer's strike, we are here to talk about how bad She-Hulk was. Fuck all this other. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm just playing with y'all. We actually gonna talk about some shit tonight. We gonna get into it. Hopefully, we gonna lighten some motherfuckers' minds up tonight. We got Lay in the building. What's going on, Lay? How you doing, man?
Good, good.
Lay's here? Oh, shit!
Why are you so loud, brother?
I'm sorry. Leave alone my voice. That's the real Lay. My bad.
He from the well, since he wants to be fucking loud, we got Show in the building.
Woo! The show is in the fucking building, y'all.
We got Ray in the building. What's going on, Ray? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We got Eat at Joe's Cap in the building with the Gold Dust shit. And as always, your boy Toe Tags. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight, man?
Better than most.
Good. Trying to breathe here in the Canadian fire smoke air.
I just thought it was Independence Day happening. I was ready.
Well, I no lie. If you go outside right now in front of our house, it smells like fucking barbecue.
Yeah, it's getting bad out here. Yeah.
Man, I want to know what started that.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was gonna rain. I thought it was supposed to rain. I didn't know there was.
It rained earlier. It did earlier for a little bit.
Like it looked like for like a second.
It was like, oh yeah, it's raining. Oh wait, no. Now it's just, why is it still cloudy?
I said, there's a massive grill on right now. It's called
Yo, is this how California feels like?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
No,
it's how they're.
Not California. Everything under California, like San Diego and all those, would be awesome. No, they're at it again.
Damn. But yo, I know. I don't know if Lay has a question today, but Cap got some news for us. What's going on, Cap?
Well, real quick, I was just trying to see why or what caused Halifax, Nova Scotia to be caught on fire. But apparently they've hit a heat wave where it's 91 degrees up there for the most of May. And that's that coupled with
A little
just
90?
humans. Yeah, in Canada.
English.
That reminds me of my cousin moved to Atlanta, right? And so when they have 3 inches of snow, they shut down the city. It's hilarious. But it's funny. It happens rarely, but they're never prepared for when it happens.
It's like, by now, you should start expecting it. Like it's going to happen.
Like the fact that it's happened more than once, I feel you should be ready for it to happen maybe one more time. And it's happened more often lately. But exactly, Texas too. Yeah. It's happened. You know what I mean? You should have something in place in case.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? With the amount of people that come from New York and the northern part of America that moved to Texas and fucking Atlanta, you would think somebody would be prepared for that shit.
It's funny, no, but my cousin told me, like, yo, he would always be ready coming from here to there, you know. He's never unadjusted. But he'd be like, yo, if they tell me I don't have to go to work because of 3 inches of snow, who the fuck am I?
Right?
No, you're still gonna pay me. It's not my fault.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just okay. So I actually do have a question today, and I was at work and someone said something to me, kind of sparked it in my head. You know what I mean? What is a regular behavior in society now? Just one. I can name 20 on the top of my head, and if I'm probably absolute piss drunk, I can name still 97. What is something that absolutely drives you ape shit, but you can kind of understand why it happens? See what I'm saying? It's like you don't like it, but you can kind of justify it. It's like Chris Rock said, I'm not saying do it, but I understand. You know what I mean?
All right, I got
a double-edged sword kind of deal.
Yeah.
You put
it's
your stuff
the
up.
For me at work, it's the whole "that's not my job" mentality. I understand to a certain extent why you would turn around and be like, well, that's out of the purview of my job.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's certain things that clearly are. But the fucking mundane shit. Like, hey, can you get that box for me? Nah, that's not my job. Just go get the fucking box. Like, you spend more time arguing why not to do it than if you would have just fucking picked it up. Here you go. You're done with it. They don't ask you shit now. That shit drives me coming from the military where we just, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and do what the fuck we're told. It boggles the mind that the little amount of effort that people fucking put in for shit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, I can see that.
You got one, Ray?
I was trying to think of one because I'm like,
I mean, if we're gonna talk about jobs, I fucking hate people that complain because they getting work. I'm out here to fuck from 9 to 9, and people, oh, this is too much work. Are they not paying you? Like, is it not overtime after 5? Like, you want to be like, shut the fuck up. Like, are you not here to make money? Yo, because they gave me extra boxes. You get paid. Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't got bills? Like, oh, that shit is so fucking annoying. Because there's a fucking accident blocking the street. Yeah, you make money. Like, take your phone off, text somebody, do a stream, and look at this. Hello, how y'all doing? You know, do a little stream, relax. What the fuck? UPS, I'm working. Please don't fire me. I'm doing my job. Don't think I'm chilling. Fuck the job. Fuck this, man. Why y'all got me here, man? Y'all gonna get me fired. But yeah, that's mine.
I hear you. All right, so Taquan goes, as an introvert, calling me first instead of a texting. I get the need for immediate response, but I don't want to fucking talk to you, nigga. I feel him.
So that is true, though. It's like,
to me.
It's that instant, yo, you free right now? Yeah. Instant call. It's like, wait, you could have just texted me what you need to say. Especially when it's one of those conversations where it could have just been a text, but now we're having this unneeded conversation right now.
Word.
Ray, it's a lot worse when you text somebody and they call you. Yo, what's up? How you doing? What? My man.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, this could have just been a text. Like, why is this call happening right now? I didn't want to talk right now.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the only time I actually call somebody is if I text them and they don't respond. Like I'm like, yo, dude, where you at?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, that makes sense. If it's like all right, it's been a minute, like it's been some time now. Like, all right, respond or I'm calling. Like, but if it's like instantly, like 2 seconds later, yeah, what's up? It's like,
yep.
I responded. Just respond back. Text me instead of now we need to have this conversation.
Word.
Really agree. I couldn't. Yep. I'm saying, especially if you're Dominican, I'm gonna be like, I know you're late already, so I'm gonna plan for you to be late. I'm Dominican, so I know exactly what that means. That's why I do the opposite.
Word.
I try to be there mad early on some. I've been waiting here for y'all niggas.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think to me is not wanting to think too much, but then you don't think enough. Like there's people. Like I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? So, gentleman asked me for directions, right? I tell him exactly where to go. He comes back and he goes, "I didn't find the place." I go, "Did you take the 2 turns that I told you to take a right and then a left?" He goes, "Yes." Now, how did you find the place? He goes, I don't know. I just didn't find it. I go, "Well, let's do it again." And this time, I whipped out my phone. And I guess because, that has to happen. He goes, "Oh, that's what it was. I just went and I didn't look for the store. I just followed direction." I was like, "What's the point? What the fuck is the point?"
So he didn't listen. He just was like,
you don't want to overthink it, right? You don't want to think, but then you have to. You know what I mean?
You know what's the worst part? He probably tried to blame you too. Like it's like, "Oh no, you just gave me wrong directions."
Oh, and the fun thing is, I know the place because I walk by it every day. Like on my break, I pass by the goddamn place all the time. It's not. I know where it is. You know what I mean? But the whole point is, you just took the directions and didn't have the DC to look for the place. And it was explained to me, he walked right by it.
Word.
It was a dispensary, right? Them shits is like neon green at this point, bro. They are not hard to miss. They're hard to.
I was gonna say, you probably passed one while going to that one.
It's insanely hard to miss that damn thing because it's bright. It's pink. It's called something clouds, and I was like, you know what I'm saying? So you want all the answers, but also you don't want to make at least the teeniest of effort. I get it. I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's at your fingertips, but also you have to put some effort in there at one point, bro.
At least use some common sense there. Like at least
can't be all mean.
He gave me the directions. Let me now look for it instead of I didn't find it. Like
that's the thing. Why ask for fucking directions if you're not even gonna look for the place you asked for?
I want to know how he decided. Let me just go back instead of let me scout the area.
Back to the guy that gave me. Back to the guy who gave me the right directions, but I read them wrong or I followed them wrong.
I'm surprised at that point he didn't come back to you like, "Yo, motherfucker, you gave me the wrong directions." Because I was gonna say that's mine. I feel like that's a pet peeve of it. It's like even when you try to use just some courtesy and be nice, and then it's still looking at you like, "Oh, why are you being nice?" It's like I just tried to help. Like the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, props to him for coming back to me not embarrassed. Once I explained things, he wasn't even embarrassed. He was like, "Oh, all right."
Man, I worked at this place, the pet center, and people would call up for directions. And I would give them the exact directions. Go to this place, turn around, walk to the last building here. You cannot miss it. And every time they're like, "Yo, I can't find it. You need to give me more information." I was like, "I can't give you any more information than the exact fucking directions."
No, Cap, you know what you gotta do? You gotta give those directions like we would do for Hispanics. It's like, okay, you're gonna follow this. You're gonna go to this sign. Once you go to that sign, you're gonna see an old man. If you've seen the old man, you've gone too far. Now come back. You got to go this way. Then you're going to see a marqueta. Once you get to the marqueta, ask for Tito. Tito's now going to give you directions. He's going to finish the way for you. So you got to be that specific with directions.
My thing is, my man, if you're having trouble with my directions at that point, maybe you shouldn't be going to a dispensary at all. I feel like maybe you should cut back a little bit at that point. You know what I mean? Like maybe you should slow down a little bit. You know what I mean?
No, these motherfuckers seem like they need direction one. Take your right leg, lift it up, put it down. Take the left leg, lift it up, put it down a little further than your right leg, and continue that process.
Yeah. Like we have to start from scratch.
Yo, I literally had one woman who was, I swear to God, see the wall behind me? That's the building. This is where she is. I can't find the building. I took the phone and was like, yo, I was like, Tony, you got to fucking talk to this lady. I can't anymore. And he took the call and you hear him go, where are you? Turn around, walk into the building.
It's like Taquan said, they at that point, it's just like, all right, we're going. That's it. It's like,
yeah, I was really close. I was this close to me, like, you know what? Fuck it. Tony, I'm gonna walk outside and see if I can find this lady and fucking drag her in here.
Yo, when people fucking ask me how to get to another building in the tunnels, I tell them straight out, it's not hard to get there, but it's complicated to tell you because you're gonna have to take more than one left turn. And then they look at me, I say, you know what? I'm just gonna take you. Because if you make a right out this door, walk down the tunnel and see a double door and go through another set of double doors, that's too confusing for you. So I'm gonna show you how to go through the double doors. That's all I could do because people look at me like, what? And they get scared. I'm like, yo, the morgue ain't down here. It's just it's a basement.
Full of ghosts.
Right, but the ghosts don't hurt you. I'd have fought a couple of ghosts and ninjas down there.
Hey,
I'm there my whole
life.
life.
And ninjas.
Word. Yo, when people ask me for shit that I don't got, be like, yo, the midget ninjas came after me and I had to fight 12 of them, but one of them motherfuckers stole that shit. I ain't got no more fucking M&Ms for your ass.
I always find it funny when you go to a place and they give you directions and you come back, go, oh, you found the place. I go, was I supposed to get lost? Hey, shit, bro. I literally, you told me, right? Shoot down, take a left, and then when I see the double doors, walk through them, right? Yeah. That's not complicated. You'd be surprised. No, I'm not surprised. I'm just saying it's not complicated to me.
Again, they wanted you to come back. Like, okay, so how do I get there?
Like I remember once I come back from it was an interview. I came back and the guy goes, "You lost?" I was like, "Nah, I was there for like half an hour, dude. I had the interview. You think I was looking for that place the whole time?" Nah, man, I already had it. I'm even. I'm not gonna walk around these goddamn shoes for half an hour trying to find a place. I would have left.
Word.
Amen to be. I gotta go.
That's one of my pet peeves that I understand, but I can't fathom it. When someone asks you for directions and they go, "No, they told me this." So the fuck you asked me for then?
You just took the fucking words out my mouth. So you interrupted me to say the same shit. You know where this is at? Yeah, it's right there. And then he go ask the person next to you, yo, you know where this is? Motherfucker, I just told you. You know,
yo, that'd be the worst though. That's like,
all right, fuck you then.
Like, bro.
Yo, word. There be times that people are like, yo, how do you get to this place? Go through those doors and it's on the other end of the hallway. Nah, but they told me it's on the second floor. Then go to the second floor.
Yo,
maybe where I'm going ain't where you want to be. Yeah.
Verify that it's not up there. Verify that it's not there. Then come back down and do what I told you.
Yo,
so you
one
can feel
person.
Better about yourself. You can feel better.
Yeah, I was waiting for the elevator for so long. One person did that shit to me. They came back up to my floor and they said, "Oh, they told me it was over there." I said, "Damn, I didn't know it was over there. I was the one who fucking told you, but good luck." I'm on some. I'm gonna tell you once, just like that elevator shit. This elevator going up is going left. I mean, there's a light, there's a fucking voice, there's a fucking number. How many more times does this shit need to tell you which way it's fucking going? This shit now is going left. I don't want that stupidity in my shit.
It's fucking Willy Wonka elevator by that point. It's like, all right, we're just going. Like, that's it.
Word.
Yeah. I so badly want to turn around and if somebody's like, yo, how do you get here? I just want to be like, look within yourself. to find the answer. The answer is deep within your soul.
No,
Don't
just manifest
feel
the place. That's it.
Yeah,
Just manifest it.
namaste.
We'll be there.
the feel that you're going the right direction. Kofi, we live, baby. What's going on, Kofi?
Just feel the glow, and you'll be there. Just
Word.
feel the
Word.
Like that. Just believe in the glow, and it will guide you.
Yeah. Yo, go straight. When you find some young boy,
There you go.
you made it.
There you go.
You fucking made it.
It is in you that you realize that you were an idiot.
Yo, word.
There we go.
Word.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta follow the spirit that's in the sword made by your dead father and find that tree.
And if we're lucky, that will you right in the face.
Word. Yo, the force is with you and you are with the force. Fucking, you need one of them canes you gotta tap on the floor and shit. Shit. The Kwang goes, I hate when people ask me to do stuff they can easily do themselves. My grandma called me to order some food for her. The time it took to fucking call me, you could have used to place your order. That's true. Yo, that's another thing. Like the unnecessary arguing with people. Yo, can you do this? It'd have been done by now. I seen that so many times. Like my supervisor makes a request to the other UPS guys that come beside that's not show. And they be like, no, yo, they'll call supervisor, they'll call this, they'll call that. I'm like, yo, bro, you've been here for 20 minutes. I'd have been done already. But since you want to wait, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to have my drink. I'm going to watch. Don't interrupt my show now. That's it. Fuck it. Oh, shit. Miss Bitch came on.
Oh, shit.
Who are these people? Explain toe tags. Well, this is what we call the comic book show.
Oh,
So we
shit.
got-
This bitch is causing problems again?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Miss
Yep.
Bitch, show showed up early, though. He gets extra credit. He was
Word.
here early. He
I
was
wish
here
I
before
had
we
my
were.
button. Shit. Well, fuck you.
Stop it.
And you trying to say,
Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of this shit.
Oh, shit.
shit. But yo, did everybody say their thing or no?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Trying to make this shit look good and shit for everybody. Everybody, we giving Kenny an Asian name from now on. Everybody call Kenny Kenshi.
Yo, Kenny's just gonna have every other name with a K. We're never.
Yo,
just gonna
word.
be able to-
Kenny's name, his
for
actual
Kenny.
name is Kenny Bartholomew Cullop.
All right, I got a name for Kenny. It's called Jackass. Jack Ass.
AKA
There's
Brock.
hyphen over the ass for H. All right, Jack H.
Jack Aish.
Son of a. Tell me some left. Go school yourself. Go
Word.
suck on a lemon, Kenny.
Damn, you treating him like an Edge fan. What a
Bartholomew, what he a passer now? He in escrow.
You've never seen Spaceballs?
huh?
No, I'm talking about the dude's never seen Spaceballs.
Well,
You probably.
find Spaceballs and watch it. That's probably one. That's not guaranteed. It's a better movie than The Last Jedi was.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I'd rather watch that shit.
May the swole be with you.
Again, he got his soul taken by Shang-Chi. Damn.
Well, not in that new Mortal Kombat game. He got his ass handed to him.
Word. Family. I feel like that's how Kofi wrote it. Fans, family. Just like, I am Groot. Family. Like, he has two movies where all he has to do is say two fucking words.
No, I was expecting him to say it. He was gonna say, "We are fam."
Word.
No, he said that in the first one, so you can't.
Say that in all of them.
That's a riddle?
No, Groot.
Well, he was Groot. We just thought he was gonna start mixing it. Now he's like, "Oh wait, I forgot what movie I'm in."
Word.
Oops.
Spaceballs is also more watchable than the Book of Boba Fett.
Well, if it wasn't for, I can't remember how to pronounce her name, but for Fennec Chen,
Oh,
the woman who played Fennec, she also was Chun-Li in the original Street Fighter with Van Damme. She was Mei in Agents of Shield. If it wasn't for her, I would say She-Hulk is more watchable than the Book of Boba Fett.
Yo, I ain't arguing.
May Quinn. There you go.
Wait a minute, you said it's almost more watchable than the first of all, Spaceballs is dope. Go for yourself, right? 100%. Anybody in the for that movie, because that movie's good, right? It's hilarious. Rick Moranis is the man in that movie. And he's never wrong. He said, because good is dumb. Yo, have you seen a pro wrestling thing? Baby faces nowadays? They're pretty fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. They write them dumb. So, yeah. Just saying.
Word. Yo, so is there any update for the writer strike or movies that are being canceled or shows or anything like that? Or?
So no significant update from what I've heard. Because again, we're waiting on we're really waiting on word for the actors strike that should have either happened yesterday or within the next few days. We might get word on that.
Yeah, I feel like that was supposed to be yesterday, no? That if the writer strike was the actor strike was gonna go in effect?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to happen. Let me check the good old Google. You guys can talk amongst yourselves.
We'll wait. Put some music on, Toe.
That's your question, show. What's with the hat?
Yes, sir. Listen, man, this is my thing. I'm the Black Ranger out here.
Black what?
There it is. He said the black what?
Huh?
I'm the Black Yogi Berra.
One eternity.
The Black Yogi Berra?
So they're still talking, but they're still talking it out. But the agreement that they originally had expires at the end of this month.
Okay.
So we might not get, even if they do something, that might not be officially until the end of the month.
Gotcha.
All right, so there's still things that are being affected, but I mean, like,
right now,
like no new things.
Everything is being affected. Saturday Night Live can't go on. Other movies have been halted in their production. Anything that hasn't had like a definitive script already written.
Would you say that this is a plot for more people to watch the mermaid movie? There ain't nothing else coming out for a while. Everybody go watch the mermaid movie. You think they did that?
This is all Disney. Just like, nope,
you're
gonna watch the live action Little Mermaid.
Word.
No. Why this specific movie would this be the time? Like, we're gonna unite for this movie.
I want to back you up on that one, but I can't.
Lay's like, damn. I usually
really want to, but I'm like, no. People go watch the movie. Piss off every racist you've ever known, or been around. Watch it, enjoy it. Shit, make it number one. Do me a favor, make it number one over Fast. What is it? 59?
58.
58. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fast 58. Make it number one over that, because at least there's a good reason behind the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but I mean, we also got Spider-Verse into the Spiderweb. That one just came out. What is it?
Title, but I go with it.
The spider did what in the Spider-Verse?
Spider-Man in the Sizzlerverse. Across upon the scissors. There you go, across the Spider-Verse. What's going on, Hassan? Which I seen. Did you guys see it?
I still yet to see it.
I thought you were going.
I was supposed to yesterday. Oh no, Sunday, and I got
Cover years. He's about to fuck it up.
No, it's already been spoiled. Sadly for me, like you open anything, you see everything now. It's just there.
Act 2, Scene 3. When he says, "Nah,"
again, just spoil it. For me, it's
I'm gonna send you the script.
The thing is, I don't think I can spoil anything because of I don't know the names of all the Spider-Men that are in this.
Yeah.
So for me, like, then Spider-Man came, and then that Spider-Man did this, and then that's why it's like what am I gonna tell you? Spider-Man
in this movie?
Yeah, he might have been, but I think one thing though, for me, like somebody told me they did this in the other comic, in the other cartoon, I didn't really recognize this. Maybe because they're more in the multiverse now, but every multiverse is drawn differently.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think that's a spoiler. That's something you gotta. But the action that they do with Gwen Stacy and Miles, the way that they use them as Spider-Man, is like, yo, this is fucking dope. Like, I can see a Spider-Man doing this.
Okay.
Yo, to his point earlier, when he came home, I was like, hey, is this dude in the movie? I'm not gonna say it for spoiler reason, but I was like, is this dude in the movie? And he dead ass looked at me, he's like, it might have been. And I had to Google the images like this. Did anybody look like this in the goddamn movie?
Yo, because they don't say names, and if they do, it's one of those like, and here goes. I'm like, like this one. She goes, I'm Spider-Woman, and this other one's like, so am I. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Everybody's Spider-Woman. Venom, I didn't see Venom in this, but you know. Miles is already half black. We don't need another. We don't need a black symbiote in this. I did that for Taquan. Me and Taquan had a moment. Yo, Taquan goes, when Miles was shot by George Zimmerman, the theater went silent. Not mine. Everybody put their hoodies on.
Oh, Jesus.
But yo, anyway.
Oh, man.
Spider-Man is definitely a good movie. The ending for me, it's like, it's not bad. It's not good. Like, it's not one of those things I can spoil it for you. It's just unexpected.
Yeah.
Because I told Cap, and Cap was like, oh, I could have told you that. So I don't know who knows or who doesn't know. But if you don't know, I'm just going to keep it as.
The best way to explain, they did a Fast X, didn't it?
Yeah.
They did a Fast X, in a sense.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Again, it got spoiled for me, so I already,
okay,
no matter what, I'm going to see it. But it's like,
yeah.
I heard they did the same shit, but I'm like.
But they did it better in this movie than they did in Fast X.
Of course. Like, it's not that hard to do better than
Because Fast X, I was kind of like on some, and this shit's kind of running long, but how the fuck did all these people survive that plane crash? Because you know they're gonna be popping up out of somewhere.
Playing, like...
Yeah, and then it's like it'll fade to black. I said, is somebody coming out? Like, I don't remember a movie ending like this. And then there goes The Rock. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Figures.
Yo, you know, The Rock's supposed to be trying to shoot a movie as fast as possible to get it out, and it's going to be the connective tissue that links this movie to the next one.
You know what's crazy? It's gonna suck, but
well, I mean, the hierarchy of power is going to change in the Fast universe.
Oh yeah, he's gonna Black Adam the shit out of
that. Worked out the first time.
Yeah. Word. Yeah, you know what's funny? That's not the first time he tried to do that shit though. When he first came in Fast and the Furious franchise, him and Vin Diesel had problems. Remember? He was trying to be the new guy, and Vin Diesel was like, "Nah, nigga, you just visiting."
No,
I didn't do 18 movies for nothing.
Yeah, after Black Adam failed, he went back to Daddy Vin and said, "My bad."
Yep.
Word.
Fucked up in the game.
Yo, damn, this.
Yo, Miss Bitch be going after people.
It's my ring light that makes it worse because it just makes me look even whiter.
Word.
But like, yo,
his white balance is off.
Wait a minute.
That's probably what it is.
First and foremost,
it's too cool.
If Ray don't want to see sunlight, that's on Ray. He has the prerogative to do that shit. Who gives a?
Yeah.
You don't want to see something? Don't see it, brother. Do your night shit, bro. Night is the way to go. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Blade.
In the night, nobody says shit to him.
Yo, why you getting on him? Because his white balance is set to South Texas.
Oh shit.
Speaking of which,
well, Show's white balance is set to Uncle Ruckus. No relation.
The little bit of news I had, there's an update for Captain America 4. They changed the title. It is no longer New World Order. It is Brave New World.
Sure.
They did that because
racism.
Yeah, because we know that. Like, all right, so the NWO, they were the New World Order in wrestling. But if you ever notice, they only really promote the NWO. Like the actual what it stands for is really small on the fucking shirt, if there at all. They never really say it too much. that's because in World War II, Germany used that whole phrase and what they were doing with the Holocaust. And it has been co-opted by the far right and all these other stupid ass fucking groups, neo-Nazis and all that shit. So they changed it in order to not give the wrong impressions on what the fuck the movie's about. Plus, there is already backlash because there's a superhero who's going to be in there from Israel, I believe, who in the comics they're doing it exactly how it is in the comics. Nobody has a problem with her in the comics. But, you say the J word and half the fucking white boy population just goes crazy. So, Brave New World, I believe, is the new tagline or the new title
Captain
for the
America,
movie.
Brave New World.
Yep. Because, Brave Little Toaster was taken already. So.
No, the original title was going to be A Whole New World, but then The Little Mermaid came out and they're like, it was like, Disney's already going through.
Not for nothing.
Itself didn't realize that's us. We can't.
Not for nothing. If I was doing the titling at this point, I would just say Captain America. Yeah, I'm black, nigga. What's up? Like I would just straight out be like, Captain America, he black now. Get over it.
Dude, nobody's mad about about Sam taking over his cap. Now it's about an ancillary character who, if I didn't point him out, or nobody pointed him out to me, nobody would have known who the fuck that person was. Like,
shit. The group gets into shit, they get into shit.
Word. That's another pet peeve. Motherfuckers is sensitive out here. Yo, we was watching elementary school. They were doing Pride Day, I guess. So they had rainbows and flags and all that stuff in the elementary school. And the kids were waving the flags and they were going down. They were playing music and all that other stuff. And the teachers would dress up with the flag colors and all that. And I'm noticing, I'm like, yo, all of the girls are having fun. And these are little kids, maybe like anywhere from like 6 to 9 years old, somewhere on there. All the girls are having fun, like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I could just imagine the boys have no idea what's going on, but in their head going, why is this a girl's day? Because you see rainbows, you see all the colors, you see the tutus. It's like, all right, all this is for girls. What am I doing here? Because they were literally like, they had their heads down, like, I don't know why I'm here. I'm here so I don't get fined. Like, none of the boys were having fun. And I'm like, maybe it's time to explain what you're trying to accomplish here. Yeah. Because that don't seem like inclusivity to me.
No offense, but why explain it to somebody that doesn't know that there's something? Why not just let them find out?
No. I'm not saying explain the gayness. I'm saying, like, explain that this is meant for everybody to be equal. So, like, it's okay that you're a boy. She's like, this is just all the colors are everybody coming together as one. Like, explain that to the kid instead of for just like, well, that nigga's in trouble. Like that, it was almost uncomfortable to watch. It kind of looked like it wasn't gay pride. It was the females have risen and the boys are like, fuck, I can't do nothing about this.
No. But it also goes back to that because, some parent will get offended. Oh, why are you explaining this to my kid?
I mean,
because someone will get offended by it because that's how sensitive certain people are now.
So, you know what I don't understand? And maybe it's because I'm not a parent and I never want to be, but what I never understood was, what is the problem with an impartial third party giving information to your kid, to which then the kid can come back to you and you can sort through it and give more, elaborate, hide certain aspects of it. Like, from there you could take and go whatever direction, but let an impartial person give the fucking foundation of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then again, you know, Jesus hated the gays apparently, even though he took a criminal, a whore, and a whole bunch of other people with him up to heaven. But the gays, nah, they got a fucking
Well, I mean, listen. My thing is, you took a kid, you sent him to this place to learn, and now you're gonna tell him, "Don't teach my kid shit."
No,
this is the place, right? Like, you would think someone who teaches kids how to do stuff would teach kids how to accept people. Because I don't remember my parents was like, "You taught my fucking kid math, you motherfucker! Like, you don't ever teach my kid math." Like, wait, what?
It depends where in Alabama you are. They don't want to have them to have a higher education than them.
The word.
My kid knows 13 times 5. Damn it, I'm still on 2 plus 3. What? First and foremost, who let you in? I just want to know so we can fire that guard right now. Second of all, if you don't take your backward ass out of here, I'm going to use my right to bear arms to add 40 your ass. Get out of here, man. Get out of my classroom. Because now, some teachers can pack guns, apparently.
Yeah, that's
Florida. You know what I'm saying? Florida.
That same parent is the same one who's like, "How dare you teach these kids that that's not a sin, god damn it. I spent my entire life, I know what the fuck a sin is." Despite the fact that, so for anybody who doesn't know.
That's the Southern voice.
Okay, that's not what I was going to point out, but all right.
Yes.
The whole thing with LGBTQ being against the religious shit is sodomy. In the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah were 2 debaucherous cities that were burnt to the ground by God. But do you know what sodomy is? That's a blowjob, which I'm pretty sure everybody, even on that side, fucking likes. And then that's going through the back door, which again, motherfuckers on that side are probably doing that shit too. So you're all sinful. You're all fucking disgrace. Y'all need to be put to the fucking gallows then.
Facts.
You know what else was a sin? Loving your sister because she has a purty mouth.
Yeah.
Coveted thy neighbor's wife.
Tell me I'm wrong down there. Tell me you haven't done it.
Word.
You look at your sister like, I wish my cousin didn't have her already. I didn't call dibs.
Mm-hmm. My Paul told me that when I was born, that was
happened. That's bullshit.
No, but yeah, I mean, we got parents here. I don't know if shows still can hear us, but how do you feel about maybe not the homosexuality, but the Pride Month, and them at least explaining that this is supposed to mean everybody's equal?
I mean, I have no problem with it. You know what I mean? I want all of my kids to understand everybody they come across. It's just not, because you're gonna I run into fucking weirdos every day, but I accept them what they are, especially where I work at, all the time, all day. But you know what I'm saying? I just want them to be able to sit back and go, I'm not gonna judge you or say anything to you sideways if I don't know who the hell you are. Everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? I would love for my kid to understand all aspects of it. If school can't teach it for some ignorant, stupid reason because a politician felt it's not necessary, Eric Adams. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if they can't explain it, then I definitely will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I would honestly. It's like this Sokovia Accord. I would honestly rather have that in my hands, where I feel it's, or my lady's hands, where I feel it's safer than generalizing it. Because sometimes when you generalize things, it gets lost in translation.
Yeah.
When you give somebody that individual attention, going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. To that point, all you need to do is the very base fucking knowledge. That's it. Some people feel like this. Some people like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
You know what?
No more
Exactly.
Go ahead, show. I'll let you speak.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but I'm actually one of those people that your brother said. Like, I want to teach my kids what it is myself. I don't need nobody. I don't need you to pick when you want to teach it in school. Like, I understand showing them what equality is. I don't need you showing my kids what gayness is. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
But see, now, again, that goes to the detail thing. It's, in my opinion, and again, I don't have kids, I'm not a parent, but in my opinion, there's a vast difference between going, some people like the opposite of them, some people like the same as them. Both are okay, both are good. There's no reason to fear or hate either way. And then that kid can go back home, and then you can have your discussion in further detail. Any more detail than that is unnecessary for a little kid.
But I think, yeah.
But that base level of this is something you can see, and just based off of seeing it, there's nothing inherently wrong.
Yeah.
Then you go home and then you learn, whatever your parents are going to teach you, and get, they fuck you up from there. But at least your base knowledge is,
at least the basic of it should be taught, so that way you have some introduction to it.
See, like two things. I think like what you said is true, but like they have to be told. I think maybe by the parents. Like the parents have to be like, yo, listen, this is how we introduce it to them. If you want to further that, then go ahead. Because if the parents don't know you're saying it to them, then how can they teach them? But I think one thing that a kid needs to know by someone is that just because that's there doesn't mean you have to be that. Because like you said, you shape a kid's mind so early, and now they start to think, am I transsexual or am I gay? It's like, hold up, you don't even know that there's a different organ down there for men and for girls and boys. Don't start questioning now if you're gay and transsexual and shit like that.
I agree. That comes with the detailing that is unnecessary. That's where that shit comes from. Because if you give too much information at the wrong time, then the mind wanders.
Yeah, they're still in that curiosity stage as well. So it's like the basic of it. I don't think you'll create any thoughts like that. It's again just so they understand a little more and they're more accepting to. Okay, this is what's out there.
This is a very bad analogy, but it's the only thing I can think of. This is like walking up to a haunted amusement park, and then just before you get into the attraction, there's a sign that goes, "This is what you might see in here." And then once you know what you might see in there, then you can further go into the discussion. Do we want to go in? Do we not want to go in? But at least you know there's not going to be any surprises. Like, you know what to expect. That's what should be taught. Hey, here's what you might see in this world, so that when you do see it, you're not freaked out, or you're not like, where the fuck did this come from? You're like, okay, I at least knew I would see this one day. As to any further, then that's on you to. Yeah,
and also kind of like I don't know the level of exposure, but I remember back in the day, if there was a couple of examples where it's like kids seeing a different race of person for the first time. So like a kid seeing a black person and they're not black, it's like they don't know what's going on. But like when you introduce them to different races and they start going, oh, this is normal. I grew up with this. They're more accepting than if you hid that from them their whole lives, and now they seem like, who the fuck is that? And now it's turf war type shit. It's almost like a threat, because of the ignorance from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm also not saying that there's transsexuals and homosexual kids running around the schoolyards either, which I mean there shouldn't be, because they're too fucking young to start knowing what sex they like.
I'm just trying to establish what's your favorite color,
bro. There's a mother that was fighting because that 8-year-old was gay.
Blue, burgundy, what color do you like? So it's a bit much, man. I think you rob a kid of innocence sometimes when you jump ahead. You know what I mean? You rob them of that world of wonder when you try to give them too much too fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a great thing that Tyson DeGrasse Tyson
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, thank you. I was gonna name after a stupid show. I apologize. that show was horrendous. Nobody ever watch it. So he said he was walking in the park. He was on Central Park, right? And he saw a mother with a kid, and the kid was about to jump in the puddle, and the mother goes, "No." And he goes, "See, that right there is what I'm talking about. You gotta let that kid figure that out. You gotta let that kid jump in that puddle, get himself wet. You know what I mean? And just
run the experiment.
Figure out, was it good? Was it worth it? Did I have fun? Did I not? You know what I mean?
No.
But let them discover things that is innocent enough. You know what I mean? Like waiting for my kid to bust their ass, so I could be like, well, now you know. Maybe that wasn't a good move. I'm just saying. You gotta rethink it. If you bust your ass again, you must like that kind of shit. Hey, that's on you. No problem.
Word.
You know, but
see, and again, it's one of those things where I feel
wonder.
like
Don't
even
take
those
that
little
wonder with
things
you.
are being taken away.
Yeah.
Because we all had that. That it was like, okay, now you learn. Now get back up.
Exactly.
It's like,
Mhm.
but even that's being taken away. It's like, no, we have to protect this. We have to protect that. It's like, if you're not allowing those small things to be taught, then
Well,
everything's gonna be hidden.
yeah.
I
Well,
feel
you know,
it's ignorance when you're younger.
yeah. And there's
You
no
know, 'cause
patience.
I know a lot of ignorant motherfuckers that
Yeah.
don't learn, that love chaos. Also, when a kid discovers something for the first time, it's like it's either it's awesome or I can get away from this.
Yeah.
I just don't want a kid to grow up too fast. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And if a kid sees something, like if a kid just happens to see a man and a man kissing, they'll be on some, take it away, Dad. Take it away, Mom. Break that down to me. I don't understand what I'm seeing. Because you're together. I'm here. What's that? Or some kids don't even give a shit. They're like, yo, this ice cream is banging. That's
Word.
there. Keep it hustling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those where it's
It
like,
depends, man. It's a tricky subject, but it's also
Yeah.
let it come up naturally. Never force the issue. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
don't go from listen, that's a cow to all right. Listen, when a man loves a man, whoa, back the learning curve up. What the hell just happened?
we
Like,
just learned
you
what a
gotta
cow
tell me
is.
those
Why are we here?
What are we doing here? We're leaping. You know what I'm saying? You know, but then again, if, like I said, if it's one of the things, if parents are cool, if they're cool, if they're not, they're not. You know what I mean? As a parent,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I would like to know beforehand. You know,
Yeah.
so I could be like,
I mean-
can I get a breakdown of how this is going to happen? If it's a simplified version, like Cap said, if you're going to get into detail, I'll be like, they're 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a high school thing. Or maybe junior high, possibly earliest.
What's the age you usually get sex ed in that? Like around there should be
like
the same time.
junior year of high school, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
It's like whatever age you
had a
learn
little
that,
bit
you
of
probably
that in
should be
middle
taught.
school though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my school, they didn't teach sex ed until later because when kids started popping up with kids, it's kind of like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I remember I feel like we got taught that like in that first year in middle school. Like, okay, so here's this packet of like, here's what condoms are, here's what this is, here's all this. Is like,
I didn't get that.
I feel like I had to figure it out myself.
I got straight into here's a slide of all these STDs and what they look like and what they do to you.
Yes,
I'm like,
I got that.
No, we got a whole movie. We didn't even get slides. It was just here, and then it was the miracle of childbirth. It's like, oh.
Yeah. No. My teacher showed that the baby just sliding out the woman, and then this is what your penis looks like on syphilis. This is what your vagina looks like with hemorrhoids. This is what you look like with herpes, and this is crabs, and this is this. And I'm like,
you get hemorrhoids in your vagina?
I do, bro. Listen, there's some crazy shit going on here.
No, you know who we need to explain this? We just need Tony Baker. The comedian to explain all this.
I learned something new today. You get hemorrhoids in your vagina.
Yo, and the thing is, I went to a school that was mostly boys, and the teacher's like, the teacher was like, yo, who can show us how to use a condom? And everybody's looking around. I'm like, I opened up the condom, I put it on my finger. I was like, is it that hard, guys? Like, Do you know where your penis is? You know where this goes? Like, it's like shit. Like, oh, y'all niggas, I thought y'all niggas had sex before. Y'all was talking mad shit earlier. You ain't never seen the condom?
It was just a ninja star to me. I was doing some
word.
You gotta remember that. You just gotta, man. They gave us 4, and I didn't have one left for my whole group of 5 people. They're like, yo, dude, you threw all of them. I was like, man, you go get them. You know where they at? That paper was there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, don't give me shit to throw. I'm fucking bored, bro. I'm gonna do something with myself.
Word.
I don't lie to you. I cut somebody, and it was funny. He was like, bro, I was like, you should be wanting to fight me.
Then you cut some. What did you throw? A fucking Magnum?
No, so no, you the regular Trojan ones, and then that foil shit that's really hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Magnum shits barely had any weight to them. It was just wide.
Dude, that's one class where I was like, out of all the classes I have, this I can just brain off, go to sleep, wake up, and walk out because there's no test. I don't have to study for shit. I just.
Oh, there's a test, all right. No, I'm just no.
Yeah,
test is life.
No. Let go. Let's let it go. Once I said it, I was like, wait, no.
No, you're not. Yeah. We ain't ready for that conversation today.
No, not yet. Like, that's a different show.
So I was just gonna say you don't ever have to take the test if you're not reading the books and looking for the answers, sir.
Seriously, bro? Seriously? There you go. See? Now we're fair across the spectrum. Or they.
Yep. Whatever they're comfortable with.
You know, in the words Dave Chappelle, whatever pronoun makes you happy out there. Yep. You in the back seat back there. I see you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. It's funny because that's one thing at work that freaks me out when I say hello to people. I'm at the door sometimes. I'll be on some. I just say folks. I really don't gender specify it now because I'll be like, can I say that?
Yeah, I can't help myself. I always say, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
I say because at first it was the very beginning was, you know, welcome gentlemen or ladies. Then I got this really confused look from somebody's face. Didn't know what happened. I felt like I was right. Then I was like, you know what, folks, it is.
Yeah, that's why even with my podcast intro, I just say, "What's up, everyone?" That's it. It's like you can't specify anymore because I used to say, "What's up, guys?" Now it's like everyone. Just like you can't get pissed here. It's
yeah. That's what I'm doing. Listen, even when I do the wrestling one with Gigi, I say, "What's up, fellas?"
No,
that's because at that point there's rapport. You know what I mean? But anywhere else, like a professional setting, I'm like, "Oh, folks,
yeah,
howdy."
Yeah. I'm like video on demand. I'm gonna say what I say, and if you want me to change it, no problem. I'll change it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna I can't preemptive what I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny. I remember when I understand what's going to come. They give you like this packet of just a bunch of stuff, and I would once again just a lot more ninja stars at the arsenal. It got worse. I remember just going down the hall and just never seen the dude more confused when the lube hits his forehead and he's just like he looks down and he sees it. Meanwhile, I'm gone, baby. I'm gone. Ninja.
Everyone else is investigating, like, oh, so this is what you do with it. Lay's just like, I got weapons.
Gone, baby.
Just ready.
Yo, for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I can just see it now. Everybody in the world is like, oh, you put a condom in my hand, this is a good time. You give one to Lay's like, I can kill 15 people with this shit alone.
Lay's like, do you know what I've done with these before?
He's just walking up and like slitting throats and shit. Like,
I tried that with a Metro card. It wasn't successful. It didn't work. It's not as sharp as I thought it would be. Bastard's still alive somewhere with a scar on his neck.
Damn.
No, I didn't like him. It was a legit effort. He did, but not the way you think.
Yeah.
You know how? If you ever seen the Boondocks, what that lawyer's afraid of?
Oh shit!
Death by you know what?
So what's the
Well,
actual topic of this fucking thing?
I got a quick question for you, Cap. Did they teach you how to fight with like odd weapons in the Navy? Like, yo, I'm gonna teach you how to kill with a pen or something that you usually have on you. In
Okay.
case you don't got a weapon.
So I'm gonna answer this question like this, only because I feel like being froggy. The days of like pirate ship to ship man to man combat is done. So they didn't give me a cutlass and be like, hey, this is how the fuck you fight man to man. No, the only weird thing they taught me is, hey, use a big ass. The fuck was that? Wrong answer? I'll try again. Yes, they did teach me how to kill.
Muted
Wrong
myself,
answer
my
again.
bad.
I'll try again.
Nah.
They taught me how to shoot multiple guns.
Mhm.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
You know what you did. I see what you.
I don't know what that was going on with
guns.
him,
You son of a bitch. You know what you did.
but the weirdest thing they taught me how to use is this fucking concussion grenade. Where if we have frogmen swimming up to the boat, we drop it in there. It has a concussion wave, and anything within like a fucking, what was it, 300 to 500 fucking feet from the ship out gets instantly fucking microwave gone. Your brain gets scrambled with the pressure of the water and the fucking cuss wave. We talk of fish, man, anything you put in there, done. That shit is the weirdest shit I know how to use.
I mean, their brains don't work that much anyway. Maybe it could rattle something, start working.
Word.
It's called society.
Yo, I know you said no pirate to pirate. The reason I was asking is I was thinking if you do get captured and you don't got a weapon, you see a pen or something, you know, you got the training. I'm just giving an example. Maybe something weird like that.
It takes absolutely no training to see this and go sharp end in the other guy.
I was gonna say, I feel like everyone has that instinct. That's just like you start looking for something like, I could probably do something with this and just.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yo, there's no military in the world that is sitting there going, all right, recruits, today's pen day. Everybody get your pens, and we're gonna show you exactly where in the aorta to stick them. Like,
that's what I thought. Like you a machine, bro. Like you supposed to listen.
He's not a fucking Navy SEAL. Green Beret.
You're dead.
I can kill you in a million ways.
Word.
He's like, and today we're using Lysol. Learn how to kill people with Lysol.
SD cards.
Word. Yo, shove it in your fucking eye.
Sure. You want to know how you kill somebody with a mundane object? You find the hardest part of that mundane object, and you try to repeatedly, as hard as you can, hit the softest part of the fucking person until they stop moving. Done.
Well, now you have to explain what mundane means.
Nah,
for sure.
that's what I was gonna say. So you only kill people on Mondays. Got you.
All right, so yeah, that's true. It's true. Because it's funny because he's like, yo, it's Tuesday, right? So you take a paper, you take a magazine, you roll it up. Those are rare nowadays, magazines.
Yeah.
Roll it up and smack somebody with that shit. I have done it. It is loud and it hurts. Well, the person told me it hurts. Yeah. Just little.
Word.
It don't take much, bro.
Yo,
blunt force trauma is not as hard as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
What is that?
What happened?
We good?
Everybody looked like they froze for a second. I don't know what's going on.
No, all I heard was just a tip, and then you stopped, and I'm like,
yeah, we're waiting for you to finish.
I heard a sound.
You didn't hear no sound effect?
Yeah, I think this fucked up air is getting to us, guys.
Word.
But just for anybody watching at home or like playing the fucking home, we're not here advocating you walking around trying to murder people with fucking different objects.
Yeah, let's give that
Here's
warning.
the key to self-defense. Yeah. Here's the key to self-defense. You grab whatever you can around you and you use it to stop the other person. When the other person stops attacking, you take that opportunity to move the fuck away as fast as possible.
Step one. Are they in arm resistance to touch you? No? Okay, keep it that way. If they are, don't be there. Yo, you ever seen the movie Red Belt? Can I touch you from here? No. Yeah. Can I touch you from here? Yes. Don't stand there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how you protect yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation.
I always tell people, everybody takes self-defense wrong. You think you have to beat a person to death. No. You know what that's called? That's called murder.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, how it works is you have self-defense is using the exact same force coming towards you to the person, and that's it. Once you continue down that path, it becomes assault with a deadly weapon, manslaughter, aggravated assault, and then murder. You see how that?
Well, it's different at war. It's different when you're at war.
But the point is, two jabs, fuck out of there. Make space, like Cap said, make space so you can run. That's all you got to do.
Word.
If you can turn around, if you stand there, then you clearly want something.
Yo, the best fucking saying anybody can tell you for self-defense is don't be no hero.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can run the fuck away.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Yo, I'm telling you, man, ain't a movie. You don't have to stand there and throw hands and scrap, son. Yo, just get it. Yo, if you can drop somebody, go.
Yo, in today's day and age,
go.
where nobody is gonna fucking fight fair, and the dude you're fighting is gonna have 15 of his boys jump in, there's no shame and be like, you know what? This is not worth it.
Yeah, and just because you saw an old boy once, don't mean anything.
Yeah. I would say this.
The
only time you should actually think about fighting is if you are literally backed in a corner and you have no other option.
Yeah.
But to try your hardest to fucking get them to stop. If that's where you're at, fucking go ham. Just do whatever the fuck you can.
You should have teach that to your crazy ass
brother. You can avoid the situation. Yo, I have plenty of times I've been like, you know what, man? You're the big man. You're the big dog. You're the badass, bro. You're the man. You're the man. Can I buy you a drink, bro?
Like, you such a fucking liar. Man, I
have done it for the sake of it's two things. It's either I'm really enjoying myself or I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm joining the company. But if I'm in a place I don't know and I'm never going back there, it could go the other way. And it has. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're literally like, yo, I'm never going to come back to this place. I'll never see you again. And once again, once you put somebody down, it's over.
That's it. Just move along.
Yeah.
Further than that is considered assault. Don't be there when the cops come. Another thing.
This is actually what was taught to me by one of my friends who's in law enforcement. If you're being chased, this is how they view it. If you're being chased, you're the victim. If you stop, turn around, and then go back at the other guy and he runs, now he's the victim and you're the aggressor. Even though to you, you thought you were just protecting your own self. So you see, the perspective switches quick.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, in other words, don't do crack.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yo, that's the best.
Taylor.
Word, that's the best I've ever heard it put. Shit. Now,
crack will lead to some shit.
Word. Crack is cheap.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That makes crack is whack.
I got a mini disc player for like $10 because of that. But so, thank you, guy out there. I mean, if you're still alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna butcher the not to get on a tangent about drugs, but I'm gonna butcher this one. But I heard Dave Chappelle turn around and talk about the opioid crisis, and he's like, "Oh, I don't care." He's like how they didn't care about the crack epidemic. I don't care about them. Just say no. It's that easy.
I remember when he said that, I was like, it sucks now, right? That when y'all dying and dropping like flies. I remember when I saw the news and I read the article of the two middle schoolers in Connecticut who died of a fentanyl overdose. I go,
how the hell did they get enough?
Does it? It sucks for the kids.
Bro.
It really does. But the shoes on the other foot.
Bro. Did I send you the video of how much fentanyl it takes to kill somebody?
Yeah. You said how much it takes. It's like a
dot.
Yeah.
A speck to kill 2 people.
Dude, they said on the news that there's enough. Forget what they've seized already. There's enough here in the States to overdose every single one of us. And the problem is, there's no way to tell if what you have has it in there.
Yeah.
So you could buy something that has nothing to do with fentanyl.
And that's it.
Yeah. You could be like, yo, are you selling caffeine pills? Because I just need a boost to stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfucker laced that with fentanyl. You don't know. You took caffeine pills.
Well, that's why they tell you to look at that aluminum cover before you open up the shit. Because if you see a little dot in it, then somebody tamper with it, bring that shit right back.
Yeah, but of course we're not talking about like if you buy shit over the counter. This is more illicit shit. But
no, I hear you, but listen, man.
I don't see Rite Aid sitting there going, "Yo, you want that fentanyl? We got that fentanyl in the back."
No, but there are some people like, yo, but you remember that time where people would go into a store and fucking spit in the drink and put it back down or lick the ice cream or some shit?
Yeah.
Now those people, getting back to the original question, those people need to get handled.
Yeah,
like, oh, you spitting in drinks? That's attempted murder. I got the right to defend myself. Kapow. Let's see how. Yo, that's funny to me. You got shot in your fucking knee. That's hilarious. You want to go viral? Do it again. You got 2 knees. Kapow. You know what I'm saying? Like, or get a hammer and be like, yo, you met my friend L Kabang right in your fucking face.
Kabang.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no consequences for motherfuckers out there. Everybody, this shit is funny. It's a joke. It's a joke until someone's dead. Then it becomes funny to me.
I mean, when you put yourself in, like we said before, you put yourself in the middle of a situation like that, and then there is somebody, because there's a lot of people nowadays that are just they're hanging by a string and they're waiting for that motherfucker that's going to do it. And you might be that dude or that woman, or whatever pronoun. You back there, I see you. Helps you out there. It's like, yo, you're gonna turn around and that dude is gonna be like, here it is. I don't give a fuck anymore. And it's over, man.
Yeah.
It's over. It's gonna be, like you said, it's cute until it's life or death.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And it's a prank. It's a prank. Not to me, motherfucker.
Some dudes wake up waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's a dude right now that's about to go to sleep early so he can wake up early for that moment to happen faster.
Yeah.
And rinse repeat the next day.
Dude, we worry if anybody
go, I got you.
Yep.
Be wary of anybody who watches that movie falling down.
Yes. By the way, I fucking love that movie.
Yo, bro.
Holy shit, I love that fucking movie.
This is why I say do not give guns to motherfuckers that easy. Because, yo, on the way to work, 15 motherfuckers is getting it.
I mean, I get it with his day. What anything that could have gone wrong did for him. And he was like, yo, I can't do this shit anymore, bro.
Yo, word.
When your day is already fucked up at 11 in the morning, what can you do from there, bro?
I want fucking
breakfast. Yo, you haven't made it to lunch, bro. You haven't made it to lunch yet. Your day's fucked up.
Word.
And by the way, let's remember, he's in LA. That traffic alone is going to set you off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It's like the New York subway system. Like, I don't know how the MTA does this, but I try to leave my house 10 to 15 minutes early. You can ask my lady. And somehow they always cut down that advantage to me.
Yeah.
That advantage that I put for myself, they somehow find a way to go. You idiot. You didn't leave early enough. I go, how was that early enough?
Word.
Dude,
Yo, it's kind of like they feel like
your system.
It's like the next train, the conductor's like, there's an asshole sitting on the fucking 165 station.
Mhm.
Fuck with him now.
Mhm.
Yo,
Like-
no lie. Anytime I gotta take the train somewhere, I look up the time. If it's gonna take me an hour to get there, I leave an hour before that. So I show up an hour before I'm supposed to, and I just sit around and wait until the time to fucking go do what I gotta do.
I'm just like,
Shit.
you guys somehow, when a man is trying not to lose his shit, you find a way to make that guy lose his shit.
Yeah.
I remember once I was just sitting there, laughing hard. And somebody was like, oh, whatever he's listening to funny. I had no beats on or nothing. I wasn't watching anything. I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. This shit is impossible. You know what I'm saying? I got to work a minute before I was supposed to. Like, what happened? I was like, the MTA, and the dude goes, yeah, I get it. My boss was like, yeah, I get it. I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. It's not registering. I shouldn't be laughing like this. I should be blowing something up right now. This is bullshit, son. And then you want to hike the fare on me?
Yeah.
You can't even get here on time and you want to charge more money?
Apparently, the trains that I take, they're going to cut down the service, the DCA and whatever. I'm like, why? It's bad enough.
Word.
You want a fare hike and then make service worse? So what you want to do is you want to kill somebody out there.
Yo, bro, this is why I'm saying that dude from Brooklyn that was shooting up the train. I'm pretty sure he had no reason to shoot up the train or no issue with anyone on that train. He just fucking woke up and said, today is the day, and and I feel him. I fucking feel him. Yo, when I heard that, I was like, he's my hero. And people thought I was crazy. Like, you try to take the 12 fucking bus. You try to take the 12 bus or the 6 train. Try taking one of them motherfuckers when I'm trying to get home.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna make it real clear to you. If it wasn't for these people, my lady, I'd have been snapped. I'd have went into conduct this thing and be like, yo, listen, I tell me who do I have to go to. I need you to point me in the right direction. I can't blame you. You're a man like me. You have a job and you have to follow a schedule. I get it, brother. Or sister, who do I have to go to? Point me in the right direction. Please. I have nothing against you. I just want to know, where do I go and who do I hurt to get this shit fixed? Because I've seen people all live long days do protests and sign petitions. That shit never works. Sometimes it has to be blunt force violence. Who do I have to go to? What, a councilman? Who do I have to hold hostage for 2 seconds? Be like, oh man, all I need is a fucking 8 to run on time.
Oh, it's fucking facts, bro.
All I need, bro. I don't care about that shit after 10. I get it. It's going to be slow service. I got no problem with that shit. But when it's 11 a.m., fuck, man. The kids are in school. The fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
Yo, and that's another thing. These fucking kids need their own bus. Don't put them on my bus.
I read an article with that concept, like just a bus line for like school service.
Yeah,
not like the school one, like a public bus. And I was like, listen, if you're gonna fare hike it and that gets some teenagers off the train, I'm with it. At least let it be useful. Don't fare hike it and then do construction when niggas is going to work.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do that shit and it's going to somehow help everybody not want to kill each other, I'm in. I got no problem. But if you're going to do that in cutback service, how does that work?
Yeah.
It shouldn't. Public transportation is designed in such a way to purposely frustrate the common man in hopes he snaps. Yo,
it really is, because it's legit at a point where it's like,
I tell you right now, I'm not very common, but that snapping part I'm close to.
Bro,
I will not lie to anybody. Yo, it's like if I see any city official go, well, you know, we're gonna have to cut back on the services of all trains. I go, then I guess I got to go to you.
Yo, that
I got it. I know what brother do now.
That and the garbage trucks. Like, I don't know who decided that we're gonna throw out the garbage at a time where you motherfuckers is trying to get to work.
Yeah.
The garbage trucks and the school buses, like, yo, do that shit at fucking 9 or do that shit in the fucking morning.
Yo, I want to know, Leia, how many days a week do you guys throw out garbage on your block? Because every fucking day there's a goddamn garbage truck picking up.
Yeah, man.
It's 2. I think it's 2 to 3. I think it's 2 to 3 because I know I walk by a pile of garbage, like consistently on a Saturday. Like I get out of work and that shit is like eye level to me. I ain't the tallest dude in the world, but I'm also not 5'1". I'm just saying. Like if I'm like, that's pretty high.
Yeah, and that shit is in the street
I don't know they stack shit that high, by the way, but apparently on this block they do.
Yo, word.
I'm just like, why can't I see the store? Whole fucking store on the other side of this shit, bro. I'm like, oh, still open. We can go. You know what I mean? But you know, shit, what do you want? For all the greatness, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think one of my favorite things of all time, and it just happened to me recently, and I think it's win top 10, right? I go into a store. Luckily it's one of the moments where I got really early downtown, so I had time. I turn around, I buy my stuff, and there's a dude who buys something, and what does he stand right in front of the fucking doorway? There's one way out of that store. You're literally blocking the exit, bro. Why in the blue fuck did you decide this is the place where you want to stand? He purchases shit. He's 2 people ahead of me. Even the lady in front of me is like, why are you standing there? I'm over here like,
yo, bro,
I gotta love this fucking city because that dude decided, fuck everybody else is dead. I'm gonna stand here until somebody lowers your shoulder and just goes, I'm leaving, bro. I'm not even late. I'm just like, you're an asshole.
Yeah. Like, yo, I have to stop myself every time I do the tips of the day to not add, don't be in the way. It's like they're always someone that sit there and go, you know where the best place for me to stand is? In the fucking way. By the door, by the drinks, by where the sandwich is, by the fucking cash register, by the condiments. Like,
so that just needs to be its own episode. It's just that one tip. That's it. Because every New Yorker is gonna agree with that shit. Like, bro, why the? It is always like that. It's like right in the middle, space over here, space over here. Now, right in the fucking middle of the way.
Yep. Oh, and they stop. Like you're walking, and then they just stop there. Like, yo, my man, is there a hole in the fucking ground?
They look at you like it's your fault. Like, yo, I don't move.
I don't blame a tourist. That's annoying, but a New Yorker,
you should know better. Yeah,
exactly.
No, that's when it's even more. It's like, yo,
how do we stop in the city to do anything other than get somewhere else?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the time I got to take a picture. Motherfucker, you live here. Do that shit tomorrow.
Or move to the fucking side.
Or why do you need a picture? Like you said, you live here. This shit's always here.
It's gonna be here tomorrow.
Gonna be here.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like this active stabilization. Take the picture while you walking.
Before. Maybe you shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Why now? Why today?
Yeah. If you don't need to be here, what the fuck are you doing there? I don't go places unless I need to be there.
Facts.
Yo, people like, yo, you ever been to this part of the city? Nope, never needed to go there. Oh, you gotta go there for what? I don't have an appointment. Fuck. I got Cap.
Oh shit.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Man, that shit, I don't know, man. It's a like I said, tourists, I'm like, yeah. Once I hear an accent, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And when I see a New Yorker, I'm like, oh, but are you from here? Yeah.
Yeah, yo, dude, one dude on the train, I don't know what the fuck his problem was, but he came up to me and he said some shit. And he's basically asking me why I ain't sitting. And I turned around and I looked at him and I said, Do I need to sit, nigga? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm standing because I choose to stand. Like, what the fuck is your problem? And this dude's like, yo, how long you lived here? I said, my whole life. You got a problem? What's up? He's like, I've been here for 3 years and I'm more New York than you. I said, yo, first off, if you New York, you don't come up to a nigga with problem with like, you don't talk to me if you really from New York. You know what I'm saying? You mind your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mind your business in New York. Don't ask me why I'm standing. Maybe I'm about to stab you, motherfucker. That's why I'm standing.
I'm waiting for somebody like you.
Yeah. So I kept asking him. I said, what, I'm not allowed to stand? I'm not allowed to fucking stand. And yo, people were looking at us on the train. I just kept asking them. I said, no, answer the fucking question, idiot. Am I not allowed to fucking stand? Yo, my man got off the train. I said, I thought you was New York, nigga. I thought you was New York.
Right. Bro, my first question would be like, why you standing, motherfucker? Go sit down.
Like, shit. I don't know about you, but I seen bums laying on them fucking them fucking seats, jerking off on them fucking things, throwing up on them motherfucking this shit everywhere. There was one time I get into the train station. They said, yo, the whole station's closed. I said, what? The train was right there, and I looked in the train, shit all over the place. Shit all over. I was like, all right. And I walked to the fucking 12, but I walked the 45 minutes to where I had to go. I was like, nah, man. So don't tell me about why ain't you sitting. Fuck, eat my ass, nigga. That's why I ain't sitting.
Son said, yeah, I've been here 3 years. I'm on New Yorker. Like, bro, you haven't learned. Don't fucking walk up to a random motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, I should have smacked him and said, boom, now you New York.
Son. Oh, man.
Shit, which brings me to the question, the main topic of the day.
Only took us an hour and 30 minutes to
get. Yo, we usually warm up. We get everything out the way. It's been a while since we've seen each other. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate Lay being here and shit.
Facts.
But word, you know, let's get the.
I thought it was a really interesting subject. I thought it was like, yo, because I don't think anybody would expect my answer, but the reasoning makes sense. And yeah. I knew the fact before that I looked it up, and I completely forgot the fact about the two individuals we're talking about. I was like, that's pretty shocking what I come up with when I read it.
Yeah. So all right. So the question that I came up with is because I rewatched Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire 1, 2, and 3, and then I watched the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
I'm sorry because you watched 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody should put through that. It's like Blade Trinity. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But you know, I was trying to prepare myself for the Cross the Spider-Verse.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, all right, the origin for Spider-Man is he gets bit by a spider. He goes into the wrestling thing. They stiff him on it. Somebody steals the stuff from them. He's like, fuck it. Revenge is a dish served cold. I'm not gonna handle this. He comes back. That dude kills Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben tells him with great power must come great responsibility. That's the actual phrase. And then he starts becoming a hero. He tries to take his power and has the responsibility of trying to save New York and you know, fight the little guy. Now his dilemma is he becomes Spider-Man, but he's also still trying to be Peter Parker. So while he's trying to be Peter Parker, he's going to school, he got a job, and he's trying to have a lady in his life. And with all this shit going on, it's just bringing him problems. He ain't producing at work. School is slacking. His family's in danger. He got to hide his identity, but everyone eventually finds out his identity, and May gets killed. Gwen Stacy gets killed. You know, Mary Jane gets injured. You know, like a lot of shit's happening to him because he's trying to live the line of when I have the suit on, I'm Spider-Man. When I don't have the suit on, I'm Peter Parker. Forgetting the fact that it don't matter if like the villains don't care if you got the suit on or not. They coming after Spider-Man 24/7. Now Batman on the other hand, he sees his parents die, and his father is trying to clean up Gotham, so he picks up the mantle of his father, trying to clean up Gotham, and the only way he knows how to do it is by injecting fear into the villains and becoming Batman. Now, as opposed to Peter Parker becoming Spider-Man and Peter Parker, Bruce Wayne says, fuck it, I'm going to be Batman and use Bruce Wayne whenever I need to. So now I'm saying is, should Peter Parker have done what Batman did and just said, fuck it, I'm gonna be completely Spider-Man? Or was he right for like doing, like, should Batman have tried to do what Peter Parker did? Like shit like that. Your views on those two.
It's hard to answer because one is an acknowledgement and an acceptance of responsibility. Because remember, Peter told that dude, that how is that my problem? And you learn the hard way as to why that is his problem.
Yeah.
The other way is an obsession. Batman is now obsessed. I don't think Peter Parker was put in a position to gain that obsession. So naturally, Peter would try to live both worlds, because if you look at the examples we have, cops, they have to live both worlds. They put the uniform on, they're one way. They go home, take the uniform off, they got to be a different way. That's technically not going to stop anybody you fucking arrested or talked to from coming up to you and doing some shit. I mean, it's vastly different because one's a comic book and one's real life, but it's not out of the realm.
Yeah.
To say which way should have been approached, you got to look at one very different aspect. Bruce Wayne has the money to be Batman 24/7.
Yeah.
You can't be Spider-Man 24/7 if you can't pay your rent, can't afford to eat.
It's also a hard one because we have to think about Peter was also still, it was a coming of age for him as well. He's still young when comparing to what Bruce is doing. It's hard. Because you also have to then look into the trauma they both went through. It's like he loses Uncle Ben, but then he doesn't know that he's about to, because of possibly all this, he's losing a lot more people throughout the way. With Bruce, it's just like, well, I'm basically alone anyway, so why not try to separate, not have to separate as much, and just, this is who I am now. This is my identity, basically.
Yeah.
So it's
I get that, but it's like, if we're gonna involve the movie, right? Or this was also a run in the comics where Peter Parker eventually had to have everybody erase the memory of who they knew Spider-Man was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fuck was it? They did something similar to that after the first Civil War when he unmasked. And then everybody knew, and then he had to finagle his way back to nobody knows who the fuck's underneath the mask.
But, because they killed Aunt May.
Yeah. But here's the weird, that led to the fucking One More Day storyline, which is the worst one of the worst things they've done. There's only one storyline that's worse than that, and I'm not going to bring that up.
It's a horrible comic book. He's right.
But here's the funny thing. In DC, no secret identities matter. Nobody knows who the fuck anybody is. I mean, you literally have a dude who just puts on fucking glasses and nobody knows who the fuck he is. In Marvel, superhero identities are not secret. Everybody knows Steve Rogers' Cap. Everybody knows Tony. I was about to say Tony Hawk. Everybody knows Tony Stark is Iron Man. So for Spider-Man to keep up that secret identity shit almost doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's a weird catch-22 in this regard of your question, because like Daredevil, it's a necessity for Daredevil to keep it up because he's physically blind, and you don't want to let people know that I might be physically blind, but that don't mean I can't see where the fuck you at. So this one aspect of, because I think there's other avenues that we can go on with this question, but this one specific aspect, should the obsession or the balance be the way to go? I'd probably say the balance should be what you should strive for. That seems the more practical.
But I mean, he tried to balance his Spider-Man and Peter Parker with an unbalance of always being Spider, because it's not like he can't just let people do a mugging and all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, and if you go solely off the movies, yeah, it looks like he's not succeeding in it, and Batman is succeeding. But if you go in the comics, he's got Mary Jane. He had a marriage with Mary Jane. He ran his own. He has his own business, Parker Corp or whatever the fuck they called it. Like he's found that balance and has become successful and done other shit in the comics. To where, if you read purely comics, Batman's always in the fucking suit, always training some fucking orphan or now his own son, always in the shadows. Peter Parker's a little more like, oh, he's done shit. He's got a life outside. So again, like the balance, I think again, balance in anything is always paramount.
Yeah.
But if you look purely for your question, for movie's sake, it seems like Batman has the better way of doing things. But again, he can afford to do it.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of caveats I feel like we have to put into play. In a perfect world, I guess Batman's idea is, I guess, would be the better way. But again, there's so much that goes with that it's like he can afford it. He can do all this. That it's like, it's almost, he has a perfect world for it. Spider-Man doesn't have that option to be like, yeah, I could do my Spider things and then I'm Peter Parker. He wants to, but there's no perfection for him. It just has to intertwine eventually.
Now, an avenue, I don't know if this is what you were intending or if this is an avenue you were gonna go in, but a question of which method of actually doing the heroics is better, Batman's or Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's a fucking, now that's the shit where we don't need to put caveats. We can discuss. Here's the clear way. Here's a clear way.
See, that's what my argument was at. Because in both cases, we all know that both superheroes have killed. From what I've read in canon, Batman has killed 8 people. Spider-Man has killed 10. They didn't think the numbers were that way. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was put in flip. But even though Spider-Man has killed more, I would Spider-Man's method. Not to lose yourself in whatever Batman does, because at that point, everybody goes, he's great at what he does, but that's all he does. You know what I mean? His method works, but you lose yourself in the method.
Yeah.
Is it effective? Absolutely. But then again, on the other side, Peter Parker is what Batman is not. He's actually superpowered. Now people forget that. As great as Batman is, Spider-Man does have superpowers. I'm saying the man, as strong as it gets, agility like no other, spider sense, can't train that kind of shit. He just has
intelligence.
I'm saying exactly. People always forget that Peter Parker did make the web shooters.
Yeah, they didn't a chemical engineer
spot on his wrist and then go.
Yeah,
he made them. So it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm pretty sure, and he even made the fluid too. All puns intended. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like he made everything from scratch. Now, don't get me wrong. Batman has Lucius Fox and himself to make stuff. Spider-Man just got him because he broke, and he's making all of it work. So you can kind of see the resourcefulness coming more from him than Bruce. You know what I mean? And I've said before, Peter kills out of only necessity. Batman could have wanted to. It's only out of necessity. And I feel I live on the Punisher thing when he told Daredevil, you're a half measure. Either be all in or don't do it at all. You know what I mean?
and that's kind of like the question, because also like I would ask, would Spider-Man be a better hero if he learned, like Bruce Wayne took him under his wing and was like, this is how you do it, and made him almost like Bruce Wayne, like Batman was? And would Batman be a worse hero if he tried to do what Peter Parker did?
I want to take a shot at that first half. I don't think Spider-Man can learn anything from Batman, and I'll tell you why. Spider-Man is kind of like the Flash, and where he's very sympathetic to his villains.
Yeah, totally.
But when he has to handle them, he fucking handles them. Batman is not sympathetic to his villains for the most part. There's a few, but for the most part, he's not. But the one guy, so the Green Goblin, when the Green Goblin and Norman Osborn can't be reasoned with, Spider-Man doesn't fucking hold back. He's like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
I gotta stop him. He's not gonna be reasoned with. I'm fucking him up. When there's a little bit of time to reason with him, I'll deal with it at that time. Mm-hmm. Batman will never ever do anything about the Joker.
No.
I know people like the Joker,
but he needs to be put down.
Yeah, the Joker is the one thing, because again, Norman Osborn has phases where he's actually. I don't want to equate this, but Norman Osborn has phases where he's actually fucking stable and actually is a productive member of society.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joker will never be that. And the fact that Batman let him kill Jason Todd and did nothing about it, for the man who's supposed to be vengeance. I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am what people feared. This dude does whatever the fuck he wants. So maybe Spider-Man won't learn anything new going Batman's way. But maybe Batman will learn something going the other way.
Yeah. In extreme situations, you probably have to do it. And to Anthony's question, the gray area one, and like I said it before, Spider-Man is killed out of pure necessity, like Cap just said, out of pure necessity. But Spider-Man understands that there comes a time and a place that it has to happen. If I got to put down Doc Ock, I got to put down Craven, no matter who it is, in order for the better of the city, I'll put him down. And Batman's always his Achilles heel is always a Joker, like, oh, he can be made better. My man, I'm pretty sure the Joker is like 10,000 deaths in. That number has to be that level.
Yeah.
And that's the one where it doesn't make sense, because he's willing to do whatever to anyone else but the Joker.
Exactly.
Well, from what I'm hearing about Batman's morality, is that he sees everyone equally. So, like, let's say the Joker and the woman were on a ledge that was about to fall. He needs to save both of them. There isn't fuck the Joker, go get the woman, where Spider-Man will be like, I gotta go save the woman because apparently the Joker could save himself.
Yeah.
Is that something that also?
So this is the way I want to equate it. Batman's seeing everybody equally, and I gotta say both, is a little bit like in Shazam and Black Adam. Hawkman, like, yo, the oppressors, we have to save them. It's a little bit like, what? Like, what? If the horrible killer and the innocent woman are on the same level in your head,
yeah, it's a problem.
There's something wrong there. Now again, that's only based on the fact that Batman is not really fucking sympathetic across the board.
Yeah.
If you said Barry Allen and Spider-Man and like Barry is trying to save everybody, that makes sense. He's sympathetic across the board.
Well, I know the Flash and Spider-Man are almost the same characters, but just with different powers and shit. But like, I wanted to go Batman because I know Barry Allen he had his life where he had his girlfriend and he split everything up and all this other shit, and like Spider-Man tried to do that, but it was a symbol of you can't get everything you want.
Yeah.
And it's like, once people find out who you are, it's a threat to everyone. And it seems like Spider-Man's the only person that's a real fact to. If you knew my identity, you would be in danger.
You know why that is? Because, all right, let's break this down for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Or the Marvel Comics. Iron Man has pepper pots. But Iron Man also has an abundance of AI and defenses to get through. Anybody Cap has ever been associated with is also a hero. Anybody Hawkeye has ever been associated with is also a hero. Rhodey is with Carol Danvers, one of the, Miss Captain Marvel, one of the strongest fucking beings. The Hulk is solitary. Spider-Man and Daredevil are really the only ones who their loved ones and their extensions are people that cannot defend themselves and are weak points to get at them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it seems like a little bit weird. It's like, yo, why is Spider-Man the only one? Well, he's the only one with an Aunt May that will really affect him.
Yeah.
Who's gonna kill him for Cap?
The Nightfall Protocol. That's what it's called. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like if you think about it, who's the closest person to Cap? Bucky.
Yep.
All right, try to kill the Winter Soldier. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And even if you go to Daredevil's friends, Luke Cage. All right, who's Luke Cage's closest person?
Iron Fist.
Jessica Jones.
Oh,
try to kill Jessica Jones.
They have a kid together, bro.
Yeah. Iron Fist. He's the immortal Iron Fist. He's by himself, Dolo. If you want to go with the Netflix show, Colleen Wing, try to kick her ass.
Should have really spinned off for her and Misty Knight. That'd have been awesome.
Oh, this would have been good.
Yeah.
But so Spider-Man does. He really has everything to lose. That's what makes it even worse. He had people that are vulnerable.
Yeah. So this is something I wanted to bring up. One of the major differences of like why this is a good discussion and one that probably won't get like a definitive answer.
Yeah.
It's because, all right, Batman is trying to make Gotham City better.
Yeah.
Right. But Batman is not a hometown guy. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Batman is just out in the street going, there's a criminal, stop the criminal. Spider-Man is the hometown guy. Spider-Man's like, hey, what's up? What's up, Jorge? Your bodega's, there's a cat stuck in the thing for your bodega. Let me go get that. Let me go do this. Spider-Man's more worried about making sure that the people who live in his area have the highest quality of life possible. Where Batman is like, I need the city, not the people. The city needs to be fucking saved and cleansed.
Yeah.
So that's real. The rich and the poor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, and it's also just that sympathy fact. Like Peter's like, oh, okay, you got this little thing. I got you. I
mean, you can really equate it to Spider-Man having a job when he was a kid and doing what he was doing and take care of Aunt May and all that stuff. You know what I mean? He knows what the common man is. We spoke about it earlier, the common man. Spider-Man is a common kid that grew into the common man.
Yeah.
Period. And he's just, and even though he's had moments where he's been successful, he's had his own company, at the end of the day, he never stopped being Peter Parker, the New Yorker from Queens, the kid from Queens. Just like Cap never stopped being the kid from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's inherently
in
part
them,
of you. You know what I mean? It's who you are. When it comes to Batman, this nigga had a silver spoon shoved up his ass and his mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he acts like that all the time, but it's there. It's what he grew up in.
There's different values to it. And it's like it's almost it's we can notice even how we're speaking. It's more like we're quick to be able to say either Peter Parker or Spider-Man. With Batman, we're just saying instantly Batman.
Yeah.
Batman. Like it's like it just shows that difference there.
I mean, look at you have the Dark Knight and you have Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It kind of says it all. Their taglines say it all.
No.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
No.
The Dark Knight.
So
and which part do you see the Friendly Neighborhood Gotham guy in that? You don't get that vibe of, hey, how can I ask that dude for directions if I needed to? He will quickly break your arm and assume you're doing something wrong. Goes, dude, I just wanted to tell me how do I get.
I was just trying to get to the bodega, man.
Like, I have a job interview with Bruce Wayne, but now my arm is fucked up. I can't do that. Meanwhile, Peter Parker go, yo, listen, in this traffic at this time, I can swing you there. If you're not, you don't have no air sickness, I can swing you there right now. If you're cool with it, it's gonna be weird because this suit is kind of thin and we're gonna feel each other. But it's on you. See what I mean?
Yeah.
The name says it all. I mean,
yeah, you kind of froze there right before you said, you know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, the name says it all. It tells you, you know what I mean? Like, look, like Superman, the man of tomorrow. What the fuck am I supposed to relate to that?
Yeah, it's
the man of tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm barely making it to today.
So it's one of those where again, it's not even. It's hard.
He's flying. All right. I can't. We're not doing this. I know. At one point, Spider-Man got to walk.
Yep.
If he goes to the Lower East Side, he's on some shit. All right. We gotta have a problem here. I'm gonna just walk. See what I'm saying? Batman has a plane and a satellite and a boat and a car and a motorcycle.
So let me ask you a question. Is because it takes me to the part where the Royal Flush Gang?
Yeah.
Where the little girl was about to kill everything and Batman speaks to her.
He sat with her, yeah.
And sat with her while she died because she was dying or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that shows his humanity, but I guess it's because he knew it was a kid and it was like, you know, you're a kid beyond, you know, before you're a supervillain and shit. That's why he stood with her. But would Spider-Man have been able to do that?
Absolutely. Spider-Man could relate to more because Spider-Man's a kid with powers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like Spider-Man would have been the same age as that girl because, you know, he barely aged. He would have related on some, I understand. You know,
and he would have been quicker too. He would have already been able to relate easier instead of that conflict and more of like, well, with Batman, it's out of the ordinary in a sense. Like it's going to take him a little longer. I feel like.
So that scene in particular was a shock because it's like, oh, Batman is doing it a different way. Regardless if if a kid or whatever, Batman showed that he can do something differently.
No.
But yet, if you watch every interaction between Spider-Man and Venom, Spider-Man and Rhino, Spider-Man and Electro, Spider-Man and whoever the fuck, there's always that sense of, dude, I gotta stop you because what you're doing is not right.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know what you're doing is not right. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't make me hit you harder than I have to.
Well, yeah, but also training after the age of 8 years old. To Anthony's point, he started training after the age of eight because that's when his parents got killed. My man, that's commitment.
He devoted his life to it. It's like that's it.
Committed your life to something there. I'm just saying. Spider-Man got bitten. He said, "Fuck, I can make some money." Then my uncle died, and I got to do it the other way. Batman said, "It's on after 8 years old."
Yeah.
Word. So what's something? What's something that can have Spider-Man improve as a hero that he could take from Batman and vice versa?
I would probably say the preparation. No, because Spider-Man knows a lot of his villains. Yet he sometimes seems surprised even with spider sense about things they do. I've read comics where he seems completely thrown off, and you're like, but Craven's a tracker. He's a hunter. You'll probably set a trap for you, and you still, you know what I'm saying? You know the fact that you can sense carnage.
Yeah.
You figure you plan ahead for something like that. And I've seen him do it, but it's never consistent. Meanwhile, Batman,
it's case by case almost with him.
Somewhere, I mean, he has a protocol for everybody and their mother that he comes across. The moment he meets him, it's background checks. You know what I'm saying? Is his credit score good? How can we fuck him over if I need to? You know what I'm saying? So I would say definitely it's that preparation for what's coming your way. You can't always predict everything, but to have an overall plan or just even if it's just something in the winds, you know what I mean? Even though how limited his but he powers that can counter that limitations of money or gadgets.
See, one thing I think you could take, the only thing I think you could take from Batman is when you're in the suit, a little less worry about the shit that happens to Peter Parker. Because while he's in the suit, he's still actively like, fuck, I left the stove on. I gotta iron a shirt for tomorrow. I gotta do this shit. He's still Peter Parker, where he probably would benefit more from, I put this on, Spider-Man. I'll worry about the rest of the shit when I take the mask off.
It's the biggest thing. It's like Lay said earlier, it's having devotion to who you are. You are Spider-Man. It needs to be one of those where it's like, as hard as it is he needs to now less worry about Peter Parker's life. This is who you are. It happened. There's no choice now. It's like, this is what you need to focus on. Focus on making, you love your city, make the city be safe. Worry about this. Like, that test tomorrow can wait. You got to worry about this is going on.
If you want proof of how to do it in the Marvel universe, look no further than Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
When Matt puts on the suit, he is fucking Daredevil. He's 100% committed.
Yeah.
When he's worried about his case. When he's Matt, he's 100% Matt.
Yeah.
All right, so what about vice versa?
The one thing Batman can take from Spider-Man is kind of in my opinion, is the opposite of what we just said. Where Spider-Man needs to be a little more obsessive, Batman needs to be a little less.
Yeah, he's got to
all of his relationships with his Robins are fucked because he only knows push, drive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If he knew a little bit more of, Spider-Man did have a sidekick at one point. And Spider-Man was like, yo, this is not for you, man. This is not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's like, yo, this is not going to work out. You go do your own thing. I'm going to go do my own thing. Where Batman has literally like, I'm gonna make you into my fucking sidekick. I'm gonna make you a hero. And if you can't cut it, fuck it. I'll find somebody else who can. Like,
It goes to that question earlier. Like, you wanted us to say, what if Batman would have been a better mentor? It's like, he would have ruined Spider-Man. He would have forced him to become something where Peter, it just doesn't fit what Peter's mold is. It's like,
Spider-Man would have turned into, you know how he was with the symbiote?
Yes.
That would have been Peter Parker all the time. No matter what color he wore, that would have been him.
I want to sidetrack to that when you said the symbiote and the Spider-Man, the animates, when his voice when he's a symbiote was absolutely fucking hilarious. It was supposed to be. It was so funny. What do you is that tough guy talk? Don't do that. don't do that. But I always felt when it comes to that, if it's at the end of the epilogue episode of the Justice League Unlimited, where Amanda Waller tells him, "You want to be better than the old man? Love the people around you. As much as your father loved people, he didn't love people. He loved humanity. He ain't loved the people in his life. Don't be that. See, that's in my eyes who Peter would have come out with Batman, kind of like Terry McGinnis. You know what I mean? And in that kind of level, like, oh, I don't think this is for me. We're two different people. You know what I mean? Now, who do I think you could train under? Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson is the better man. Batman's the better Batman. Dick Grayson's the better man. You know what I mean? That's why everybody has no problem listening to him without real question. They just be on some well, it's Dick. He's cool. You know what I mean? It's a cool guy. I like the guy.
It's funny you bring that up because in the comics, he works with Daredevil. They live in the same area. They fight some of the same guys. You would have thought that Spider-Man would have honed in on Matt. Like, yo, you're an acrobat fighter. I'm an acrobat fighter. Teach me some shit. Instead, he had to go to Shang-Chi to get a whole new fucking system because he knew training with Matt wouldn't fucking help him out.
I mean, it makes sense because Shang-Chi will adjust. He made a spider food for Spider-Man, a whole fighting style, literally based on his ability, and still kick Spider-Man's ass. You're like, yeah, I taught you everything you know.
I teach you everything I know.
I'm saying, not what I know. Like everybody does know. Yeah. I've got more than I've ever taught you, bro.
Yo, Anthony, the reason why I made this question up is because they're opposites. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's Peter Parker and Bruce Wayne are completely opposites. One's rich, one's broke. One has a sense of humor. The other one thinks that it's pointless to have a sense of humor. One's serious, one plays and all other shit. And it's like one maybe has the hardest route of being a superhero as Spider-Man. And it's almost like because Batman doesn't give a shit, it seems like that's the way to be a vigilante.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of agree. I think Batman gives too much of a shit. That's why he's obsessed.
Yeah.
He cares way too much. There's never a moment where he stops and goes, this could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? When Superman and Wonder Woman call you the most dangerous man in the world, that's a problem. You're talking about a Kryptonian and an Amazon meant for war and a dude that can pretty much crush the world if he wants. And you're talking about that motherfucker right there to worry about because of that obsession.
I just in the scope of this conversation, I just thought of the one way Spider-Man and Batman are similar. Spider-Man tried to chase fame and fortune and wound up getting his uncle killed.
Mm-hmm.
And that drove him to be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And he tries his hardest to be Peter and not the fame and fortune because that's the better choice. Bruce comes from fame and fortune and that got his parents killed. So he hates being Bruce Wayne because that fame and fortune is what fucked him up to begin with. So they both hate the same aspects of themselves. It just manifests differently because the lesson learned was different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, when you, like, at the end of the day, I mean, the X Factor is always going to be Aunt May. Not Mary Jane, and the one in the Toby one was terrible. Because you're done. So listen, I got no beef with you, but no, I've seen the drawings, and she was curvaceous. Listen, no. Anyway,
the point. They literally say now it is canon that Mary Jane has a dump truck ass. That's literally said by Black Cat.
I'm like, holy, look at. No wonder she called him Tiger. You wanted him to pounce. But anyway, that's back to the sex ed question. But anyway,
that was the original portion of the show.
Yeah, I'm saying original point. We always go back somehow. It's always By the way, when you make Aunt May hot, that's weird. But it's always Aunt May. You know what I mean? That it just keeps Peter. You know, it's always he always remembers the Uncle Ben thing, but Aunt May's still there and still.
Well,
No,
that's
Bruce,
just
don't get me wrong. Bruce has Alfred, but Alfred affected the Robins more than he affected Bruce because Bruce already had his.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
to that point.
Wait, hold on, real quick. The reason is because think about this. Alfred pretty much adopted an obsessed teenager where you can't really mold him. You just have the hope that he doesn't kill himself. Where all the Robins were kind of like his son. Bruce was mostly like a big brother to Robin, and Alfred was the father. That's why he left everything to Dick.
So they have this this other Nightwing run with another Nightwing run that Alfred inherited all of his money to him, and Alfred had billions because he saved money then he and he not Jason, not anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Dick is like, yo, I don't do money. What the fuck do I do with all this money? Right there, Barbara goes, duh, dude. Genius. Hello, Oracle. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So that's how you know the difference. What I'm trying to say is that Alfred understood he lost Bruce a long time ago. But Dick, Jason, Damian, God, I hate that kid. All of those, he hasn't lost them yet. Especially Dick and Tim.
Tim Drake.
He saved them the most. And now before he died in the comics, no spoiler alert, he's died a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
After so no, because somebody's out there. He did read comic book show. Read comics.
We're about to get that comment just instantly.
But you know what I'm saying, and he was starting to get to him because now Jason is a bigger brother to Damian because they're more like than Dick is to him. Dick is a bigger brother to Tim because they're more like, you know what I mean?
They're more
So they're starting to, you know what I mean? That connection was made through Alfred.
Yeah.
They said our dad died, and who Bruce, and Damian looked at him and goes, Alfred died. My dad is Bruce, but our dad is Alfred. Always has been, always will be. And Jason was like, "You're right. He is."
Yeah. To that point, Bruce has always seen out, in my estimation, Bruce has always seen Alfred as this is the last thing that I have to connect me to my parents. Where Peter has always seen Aunt May as this is the last family I have alive.
Yep.
I have to keep this person alive because this is all I have left. Not this is the only thing I have left to link me to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different value to it. Like with Alfred, I feel like it's more of like he's just his moral compass. Like, okay, this keeps me almost sane in a sense. Meanwhile, May is just like, this is my everything right here. Like,
I mean, you're right. Alfred was a soldier and everything and a medic, but at the end of the day, he raised Bruce. And after 8 years old, like I said, it hit him like a ton of bricks. Like, yo, I lost him. I can't lose whoever else he brings in here. And he became more of a father to them. You know what I mean? You think Dick Grayson only turned out well because he saw Batman's errors? Alfred was there the whole time, bro. He was like, wait.
He was able to mold them.
He was like, hey, see this dude here? Be like him, but just not in front of everybody else. Be him, just not in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
Be him as Batman, but not as with anybody else like his friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't.
Dude, I want to be in that room when Bruce comes home with Grayson by his side. I want to be there when just in Alfred's head, just to see if Alfred's like, you did what?
You know,
this isn't a puppy, Bruce. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Imagine the second kid. He's like, oh, come on.
Yo,
the other dude left.
I swear to God, Alfred, somewhere in the back of his mind, has to be like, yo, why does he just keep bringing these fucking kids here? Holy shit.
Oh well, the reason the reason he was able to do it with Jason because Jason was already angry and had all that rage before he got to Bruce. Remember, all of them, the prodigal son. Then you have the son that is more aggressive. Then you have the son that is more intelligent. Then you have the biological son. You know what I mean? So you always have these different, like, seriously, the prodigy is definitely Dick. Then there's always that one son that he wants more. He wants to do it more aggressive and he wants to be more faster. Jason. Then you have the son is just absolutely blows you out the water with intelligence. You're looking like, God damn, this kid is smart. And he sees that as that's his challenge. And then Damien, hey man, hello, you actually have a kid. No more adopting.
Like
I'm here.
This is it. But
I'm an assassin, but we're family.
How funny is it that if you look at the dynamic, I don't know how it is now, but the beginning dynamic between Damian Wayne and Bruce.
Yes.
It's funny to think that Damian is the bastard child.
Absolutely.
He's the only real one, but he's the bastard child.
Yeah. And it's funny because he at one point him and Jason are talking. He goes, Jason tells him, can you believe out of all of us, you're his actual son? You're an assassin. And he looks at him and goes, what are you? I didn't become an assassin till I got in that thing. I was aggressive, but I wasn't an assassin. You were made an assassin. He goes, sure. They literally look at each other, just finish eating on some, true. I'm like, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and it's crazy that now they're paired off in the comics. It's literally Dick and Tim, and then Jason and Tim, and Jason and Damien, which makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Because how these two more alike than the other one, but all the four of them come together, but still you're like, I can relate. I've murdered people. So have you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've killed several people.
Yeah. If you look at all four of the main Robins, because there are two females, one from the Dark Knight era and a new one, which I'm not too familiar with.
Yeah, Orphan, yeah.
But if you look at the four main ones, they're all individual pieces of Bruce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick is his humanity, Tim's his intelligence, Jason's his rage, and Damien is his fucking relentless training.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the best parts of him, just a human being. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a good point to bring up because like I didn't realize that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can see, I'm telling you, you can see, like honestly, look at the first one. The first Robin. Literally, and all the other Robins say you're the perfect one. Everything is perfect with you. You know what I'm saying? And you have the second one, not perfect, but smarter than the rest. You know what I'm saying? And the angry one. And every family they have it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then you have the actual kid. You know, it's like that cool uncle that finally has his son late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's raised everybody. All of a sudden he has a kid. He's like, shit, what am I going to do?
All right, well, you're here now.
You're mine. You know what I'm saying? It's just that moment, that turn. And apparently in the comics, he's become a better father because he is now a father. But that's not because he's just doing it alone. He has the other Robins going, this is where he fucked up with me. So let me help you out.
Oh, wait, Damien?
Yeah, Damien. He's like, let me help you out. This is where he fucked up with me. I think that's why him and Jason are so close because they have that aggression too. They understand Jason's seeing the error that could go wrong with Damien. So he's like, yo, listen, I know how this can go wrong. And I don't want this to happen to you.
Yeah, because he knows what it could do when you're engulfed in it. Like he's far too gone. So he knows, let's not let this happen to you.
That's when Tim came. Dick was there right away. And it was like, yo, listen, you don't follow him exactly. You're smarter than that. You're smarter than all of us. So, all right.
Like there's little things you should try to copy out, but don't do that.
Yeah. Now, what if we had Spider-Man learn from the Robins.
That would be interesting.
That would be better because now it's learning from trial and error. There's a lot of there's more to work off there than just this is what I did with Batman.
I feel he naturally would have probably gravitated to Dick and Tim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like him and Dick have almost the same humor because Dick and Wally get along great. They're like, this is his best friend. So you can see the similarity between Wally and him, and then you see you can see like, oh, this is like chilling with Wally. It's the same deal. And the fact that Tim is so intelligent, once again, you know, the brains stick together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that would be his. I mean, he would see Jason and think he's just cool because I guess the costume and the fact that he doesn't care. You know, the rebel without a cause, usual shit. You know what I mean? I feel like he would be annoyed with Damian.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think there's anything Damian could teach Parker.
Nope. He goes, first of all, you're 3. I don't need to be here talking to you. Okay. And apparently you're a dick. I'm good.
Oh, that was a magic word that killed Show.
Yeah.
You said Dick. That was it.
He was busy.
Nah, the show was on the phone, but I guess he hung up.
I like the way we got to go fuck yourself. All right.
That's his Morse code of fuck you, mama. Wait, what?
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, so that definitely would help him more if it was something like that of him with the Robins.
Yeah, I could definitely see him learning from Tim more how to better incorporate his own intelligence into shit.
And it's always it's like I always say in the movie when Mysterio said, he goes, yo, don't ever apologize for being the smartest person in the room. Tim had that problem when he first started, and then Dick told him, yo, no, nobody likes the fact you're the smartest person in the room. Tell them to be smarter. I mean, that's it. But if you are what you are, be the smartest person in the room. You know what I'm saying? I did that shit for years, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I gotta stop doing that shit. But yo, this is pretty smart ass of a comment. And I'm the smartest person in here, I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you haven't caught on, then you know who's the smartest person in the room is. So yeah, I can definitely see that being the thing. Tim help him come out of that shell with his intelligence. I feel a lot of time when you read Parker, he holds some of it back when the people he's around to not make them feel stupid.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you gotta let motherfuckers know. Like, nigga, I'm a genius too. Make no mistake, nigga. I get down. I'm not Reed Richard, but I can hang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shit, I think
I feel like Spider-Man would be if Tony Stark and Captain America merged. Because isn't Spider-Man just as strong as Cap? If not a little stronger?
He's stronger because he's got the proportional strength of a spider.
Yeah.
So Captain America can lift like 2 tons, I think, mathematically from what they power output. 2 tons for Cap, like almost 20 for fucking Spider-Man.
So yeah.
I mean, you don't punch the Hulk into low orbit without being strong.
Yeah. And then he has the intelligence of Tony Stark's, right? A little less than Tony Stark's or something like
that? He's in that ballpark.
Yeah. Like I said, he can hang.
Yeah.
He's good. He's there.
If it's like Black Panther, Blue Marvel, Reed Richard, they start talking, he won't be lost in the conversation. Cap will gonna be like, what the fuck are we talking about?
He's gonna hear flying monkeys.
The words that I understand in there, but you guys lost me. Peter being there, I'm like, yo, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cap's gonna hear flying monkeys. I get that reference.
Exactly. Peter being like that, I don't think that's a good idea.
Sure.
And you explain why. That's another thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see this happening. Tony Stark sitting in a room, right, working on a project. Spider-Man shows up and goes, all right, I see why Reed's here. I know why T'Challa's here. I know why Banner's here. Why is Steve here? If we're all trying to work on this. And Tony goes, you know why Steve's here? Steve, I need you to put this here. And Steve's like, yes, sir. And he just goes and does it. He's like, see, that's what I need. While we're thinking of all this shit, he's putting it together.
And then Peter goes, you don't realize I can pick up more than him, right? And I know where it goes.
He's like, yeah, but I need your brain to help me with this
Exactly.
equation.
Word.
That's the thing too. Cap's not going to question it. It's soldier mentality. Just got you.
But also,
in the room, Peter's in there on some. Don't forget about me.
Now we're gonna equate the physical intelligence to military tactics. Then Cap is just as smart as them.
Cap. So yeah, in that aspect, in tactical thinking, Cap is smarter than anybody.
Yeah.
He's definitely more efficient, if anything.
Yeah.
He's definitely more efficient.
That's the thing about it's a whole soldier and you know what I'm saying. He's if you want somehow to infiltrate something or attack somebody, you don't call Iron Man.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. You want to build some shit, you do.
Yeah,
absolutely. But if you want that shit built and used right somehow, you talk to Cap.
Yeah,
100%.
Well, what do you
think with Superman and Batman? You want a nigga to move a moon? Talk to Superman. You want to know why you don't move that moon? You talk to Batman.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna tell you exactly why you shouldn't do that right now.
So, what are your thoughts about Superman mentoring Peter Parker? You think that would actually do anything?
That's hard because what would he be able to relate to? There's a lot of It's that was a little harder. I was gonna say the only person I feel like would be perfect to be able to mold him at this point would be Alfred then, because we talked so much about Alfred. And I feel like Alfred would be the perfect guy to be able to mold a young Peter because he's not far gone like any of the other Robins were.
I think Alfred would be the perfect to teach him how to be Peter Parker.
Yeah,
not to forget Peter.
Because again, he needs that balance. Because I feel like even though he tries to balance it, he doesn't know how to balance it yet.
And he doesn't
trying very much.
And he doesn't really depend on May for that kind of advice, right? He just May is this is the family I have to protect the family. But if Uncle Ben was there, he can talk to Uncle Ben about how he feels about Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy and all the other shit and the difficulties of juggling everything, right? Or does he talk to May about that also?
No, for the most part, I think May is now more aware of what he's been doing, but for the most part, he's hid almost everything from Aunt May.
Yeah,
it was almost like a CIA plausible deniability. The less you know, the less you can tell people.
Now, I think the thing with Superman would be the disconnect would be like, yo, you're not from here, bro. I know you like claiming shit, but I'm from New York, born and raised in Queens, brother. I mean, like I'm a New Yorker. You're not I don't know what
you know what you're saying.
It's kind of
called. What do you call those? Like a native metropolitan?
I guess so.
Metropolitan? Am I right?
I don't think there's a word for it. We're just gonna make it up.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I feel like Spider-Man he's one of those people like, yo, with all due respect, man, I understand you can probably punch me to Saturn, but you ain't from Metropolis. I'm from New York, from Queens, bro. I like the Mets. I earned my stripes.
Yeah,
alone, suffering for seasons. I'm a Knicks fan.
It's kind of like a person who, like, even though Batman was born into money, he still worked to be Batman, and he's like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Like, every day he's training to be Batman. Where Superman is just born super. He's the perfect being. So how can you teach somebody when you was just that's it? You didn't learn how to be super. You showed up and you were super.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing real relatable there because like Peter still needs to learn. Like there's nothing for Superman to be like, well, just make it work.
Dude, he's the perfect example. Peter would literally tell him, if Lex shoots a bullet at Lois Lane, you're fast enough to stand in front of it and it'll bounce off you. If Norman Osborn shoots a bullet at my Aunt May, I'm fast enough to get there, but it's still gonna travel through me and hit her. I gotta come up with a different way of stopping that bullet. You can't teach me that different way of stopping a bullet. You don't have to think of that way.
Agree. Yeah. Yeah. We all share with Superman. Nothing about him is relatable.
Yeah, it's.
I can't sit there and go, yo. I understand why people like Superman. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Am I a fan? No.
You know what they can relate on? Glasses. That's about it. Where do you get your prescriptions, man? Where's this disguise of yours?
So besides Dick Grayson and the Batman family, what character would be perfect for Spider-Man to emulate? Maybe in DC, or I don't want to throw in Marvel either, but like let's say in DC. Would you say the Flash? Would you say the Green Lantern? But what's his name?
So the Flash definitely. I think Wally more than Barry. Because Barry has made some fucking stupid decisions in his life. And Spider-Man has also made some stupid decisions. So they're just the same person. I was just about to say Kyle Reiner, but
I was about to say the same thing.
But Kyle is weird because he's more of the Superman of fucking Green Lanterns. Like once he got the ring, there was nothing that motherfucker couldn't do.
I'm an idiot. Robbie Reyes. Blue Beetle.
Which one? Trent Cord or
the new Blue Beetle, not the older ones, the new ones. The one of the movies coming out about. It makes perfect sense. Both young kids, you know what I'm saying? Both have immense power. You can see the relation between them growing. You know what I'm saying? They can teach each other so much. You know what I mean? Jamie, there you go, Jamie. Thank you. Anyways, that would make sense. You know what I mean? I can see that them feeding off each other, learning from each other's experiences, and the fact that they're both still so young because Spider-Man is apparently. Or even
there's definitely a lot more to relate there.
It could be him and Miles Morales learning from each other. Put the fact that you have a Mexican kid and an Afro-Latino kid together. You want to cross over a comic book? That's perfect right there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially since there's a different set of powers for Miles. Sort of, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you know who he might be able to learn from? This might be a little obscure. Come back.
I thought about Mr. Terrific. Two geniuses getting together. You know what I'm saying? He could teach them how to lead because Mr. Terrific has led teams before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's definitely just that leadership skill. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it will happen with Spider-Man. When Cable comes back and says, "You're the best of all of us,"
now it's your turn to have to take over.
You know what I'm saying? You got to lead the kid somehow.
But he hasn't learned that. He definitely needs to learn that.
I was thinking, I was trying to put it together in my head to see if it made sense. What about if he learned from Wildcat?
That's a good one. Wildcat has taught a lot of young ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because Wildcat not only teaches, like, if you look at his best pupil, Black Canary, she's not only trained to be like an excellent fighter, but she's also her personality's good. Her balance seems to be working out pretty good.
Yeah.
There's no extra shit, and all that came from his training.
That's what, again, Spider-Man and Peter Parker needs that perfect like that balance there. That could work.
Booster Gold.
No,
I'm fucking with you. No, I just wanted to mention Booster Gold. You can never get too much Booster Gold.
God, shit.
I was about to be like, really?
By the way, Kofi, I am not a fan of the Punisher with the powers and stuff like that in this book, but I do like the story. I like the story. I don't like the Punisher should never have powers.
Yo,
It takes away from who he is. But the story's great. I get it where they're going with it. You know what I'm saying? Daredevil is also dope in it. You know what I'm saying?
dude, I was gonna ask you how what your thoughts on this newfound that Frank Castle is dead,
Yeah.
but
The leader of the Fish.
Punisher's dead, but he's now.
Yeah, I love the story. I don't like the superpowers they gave him. I can't, because give me my downright not fucking with any of the superheroes, killing, rapists, human traffickers, mob bosses. That's a Punisher. That's the stories I love because it's human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've been in this journey with us for a while, Captain and myself, we all love that human element. I mean, Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? We all love that human element and I love the street level thing because I can relate. You know what I'm saying? I walk through the hood every day, baby. You know what I mean? But I do like the overall story of it. You know what I'm saying? It's really interesting to see everybody change when a certain thing happens to the individuals, how they go about it, how everybody's morals changes. And some, either the morals get reaffirmed and others change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, there's a lot of good comics happening. That's a good one. I don't like I said, I don't like the powers, but I do like
just that moral change.
Yeah, I do like the story though.
I gotta give that a read.
Legit
I haven't got
good.
a chance to.
When they first started, first of all, and I'm making it real clear, I do not like the symbol they put on his chest.
I was just about to ask you.
His ass, it looks stupid. It kind of looks like the Queen Alien. Get it away from me. And I love the Queen Alien, by the way. Get away from me. But overall, it's a great story. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are not reading comics, please get back. Like I said before, DC's Deceased. Read the whole run. Do yourselves a favor. It is literally surprising from one page to another. The page turning is worth reading. But yeah, Kofi, it's interesting. You know what I mean?
That's funny. I feel that same way for the Secret Empire story where Cap was Hydra.
Yes.
It's like I understand why people wouldn't like it, but the way the story was implemented and to see just how much Cap was able to tactically pull the strings, it was just something new and fresh. I was like, yo, I kind of like this.
I think it gave a better look into Cap's tactical side and his ability to use the tactics and to manipulate. And what we all thought a lot of people thought Captain America was a simpleton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a soldier, he's a good tactician, but all of a sudden turns around, Hail Hydra, everybody's on some shit this whole time.
Yeah. Picture this. Cap was in charge. He gave up the shield to Sam. They wanted him, the government and himself wanted the shield back. He was smart enough to know, well, I can't just go up to Sam and be like, hey, give me the shield back. Your turn is over. So what did he do? He sent John Walker to go get Sam to take the shield back. And Walker did it on the terms of, this shield doesn't belong to me, and it damn sure doesn't belong to you. It only belongs to Steve. And turned it from let me take back my power to let's hand this back to the rightful person.
Yep.
Which is, again, he's, Hydra, whatever. If you actually read the story, there's two separate things where Red Skull is the fucking Nazi side and Cap was the more, he wasn't like discriminatory. He was just like, yo, this I think is the best course of action of how people need to live.
Yeah.
But just to see that manipulation of how can I make sure that I get this shit back where everybody looks good.
Yeah,
and nobody knows why I'm really taking
like
this shit
wrestling, like, yo, let the other guy take the pin. Everybody look strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let the least important guy take the pin.
What's gonna be the protection way here? Like, all right, everyone looks like it.
Yeah. But I gotta go with a thing on this. I love the Superior Spider-Man run. Norman Osborn, Doc Ock made a good Spider-Man. I'm not gonna lie. With his intelligence, but also by the way, a touch of arrogance made him really good.
Yeah.
And he was at the point, they titled that perfectly, the superior Spider-Man. I was like, he's not wrong.
To answer this question here about U.S. Agent John Walker, he started out in the gray area, but he has become a hero over time, to the point where he was actually at one point in the comics missing a leg and an arm and bound to a wheelchair. They made him the warden of one of the prisons, either the Cube or the Cell, one of the fucking prisons that Marvel has. There was a breakout or like a riot or some shit. In order to save his fucking crew and some of the innocents that were in there, this motherfucker went out and was whooping ass in his wheelchair, missing an arm, missing a leg. Like he's learned over the years why Steve is the better Captain America. Like I said, because when he first started, he thought he could do the job better.
Mm-hmm.
And when Cap threw the mantle down, he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna pick it up," because he doesn't know what this is worth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now we get to the point where, like I said, he went after Sam, and he knew in himself he's not worthy of this shield and what it means, and he knows Sam is not. Well, in his estimation, Sam is not worthy of what the shield means. So he's grown and he has become a hero.
Okay, so he had that almost that there was something there to be like, okay, he's grown here. He's had that evolution.
Yeah, that's why, especially for the fucking the Disney Plus show, I was so towards the end when the big fight's coming, I was like, "Yo, John, you got to get in there, man. You got to get in there." I was actively rooting for him because I know what the whole story goes. Because he's in my top 4. The only reason he's not in the top 3 is because you're not gonna surpass Steve. Like nobody does.
Yeah. This was the time to get that redemption arc started, and nope.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually. Maybe.
It's definitely the redemption arcs are always funny. They don't always work, but they're funny.
It's a good try sometimes.
A lot of them do not work.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like,
you can't do that to everybody. You know what I mean? Some people just can't redeem. You know what I mean?
I got a question with you guys here, man. Ben Reilly, is he the real one or is he the clone?
I always thought he was a clone. I didn't, because first of all, when you put a hoodie over that gear, Spider-Man ain't cool enough for that. He's just not cool enough for that. But I read it once, and by the way, God, that fucking shit was so unridiculously complicated for no reason. I'm like, all right, listen, he's a clone. I'm just gonna do this because if I read another page of this, I'm gonna shoot myself. It's bullshit. I appreciate what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
No.
I want to say he isn't. I want to feel like they just it's the throw off of like, yeah, this is just so many characteristics that wouldn't make sense, but it's like I want to play devil's advocate and be like he's not.
Yeah, I know they changed it.
Yeah, I know
comics, but I've always been like it's a better, more compelling story if he's the fucking real one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have definitely
because it throws you off so much that it's like it has to be a clone. There's so much there.
The problem is at that point, Peter was so dug in and established. You got to do that early in Peter's run. You know what I mean? Like not extremely early.
Yeah.
But early enough. They're like, all right, But at that point, you're like, you get that Peter Parker, man. He's got like 8 cartoons at this point. What are we doing?
I love how it always cuts off when Lay's about to make a great point.
Yeah.
And then it's just like we hear the end of it. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
That's how I want people that are watching at home just label how many times this happened today. We're just like, because we don't know what happened in the middle, but we're like, okay, yeah. There was important information there that we're just like, okay.
I mean, it's comics, man. They don't know where to quit sometimes. They don't know where to take L's. It's hard for them to take an ease, bro. Oh my god, son.
Oh no, the comics are just gonna take inspiration at this point. Uncle Ben never died. It's gonna show eventually. It's gonna pull a Fast and the Furious. Uncle Ben lived.
Yeah.
No,
Uncle Ben just never wanted to be a father, so he staged his own death. So he never had to raise Peter.
He was there in the background just watching. Like
he went to go get cigarettes.
He's gonna be Dante's father too. The man doesn't know how to keep it in his pants.
No, what's funny is that they actually did change up Spider-Man a little bit. They finally broke up him and MJ. And now he's like, he loves her more like, he's not in love with her, but he sees her more like a sister.
Oh, I got to make it weird. I plowed him, didn't I?
Yeah, but he's not with Black Cat, I think.
Well, I mean, she's been
Felicia
chasing
Hardy,
him for years.
Felicia's the one he should have been with since Gwen decided to fucking whip her hair back and forth.
Oh.
Yeah.
At any point in the comics, did any Skrull become Uncle Ben?
No.
Nah, Uncle Ben has been dead.
Even the Skrulls have respect.
Yeah, they respect it. Again,
well, plus I think
I don't
there's
think
like
they
a
would know.
limitation on what they can do.
Yeah.
Because remember, they only know a certain number of shit about you when they change.
That's right, yeah.
It's gonna be very easy for Peter to be like, "Oh shit, Ben, you're alive. Remember when we went fishing?" And just to see them go, "What?"
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
I know that you said that before.
Yeah. I was in a coma.
Or the Skrull's gonna come up and go, "Hey, remember, with great timing comes the ability to be funny." And it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's like, the thing. It's like, no.
Plus, I think the Peter Tingle, as they call it in the MCU, would alert him right away.
Exactly.
That something's wrong here. Even though
Would it?
I mean, that's the first person that Wolverine went to. Is like, yeah, my man, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
You would know. You know what I'm saying? Out of all people here, you and whatever the hell that's thing you do.
But it's weird sometimes that it conveniently doesn't work when the writer needs to have somebody sneak up on Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Apparently, apparently Black Panther does that shit all the time to him.
But you know what? I think there's a way you can actually make it make sense. Because if you're in a room, right, and in this room somebody's gonna be throwing shit at you, your awareness goes up, and your ability to block shit is gonna be, your reflex is gonna be faster. But if you're walking down the street and you have no clue, I'm gonna be able to just fucking wing you without you being able to do shit. So there's got to be moments where Parker's not even aware, like he's not even aware enough for his systems to kick on.
Yeah, yeah. That thing has to sleep at one point. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on some shit. Good call. I wasn't paying.
Well, but also,
I assume why Black Panther could do it because the vibranium blocks it out.
I don't think it has to also be like,
right? Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah. But I would also think that like a panther is a cat, and a cat sneaks up on his prey and pounces without it knowing. So it would be able to like sneak up on Spider-Man without the fucking spider sense going off. Like, doesn't Kraven do that all the time? Doesn't Kraven like fucking attack him without the spider sense going off or some shit?
He has in the past. It's not like an all the time thing, but he has gotten.
He has caught him off guard. You know what I'm saying? But then again, once again, a master hunter. But like I said, you make a great animalistic point. I'm talking about just straight science. It would make sense that he couldn't. You know what I mean?
Because of the vibration and all that other shit.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
feeling,
It's covered. I would think that would work.
I think Ray was tagging on something before. I don't think it works with allies.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I feel like it
that
has
makes
to be. There's an actual danger to it. Like it's just like any random just sneaks. It's like it's not gonna go off because it's like, oh, okay, it's just you. It's just this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But if there's actually
yeah.
that's about to happen, it'll start.
So-
There's a disturbance in the force, in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, general symbiote attacks don't go unalarmed. Venom and Carnage specifically, because the Venom symbiote had bonded with him, so it could surpass his thing. And because Carnage is an offshoot, it can
It
also
has the
surpass.
same,
Yeah. But the general, the other random symbiotes, I don't think they go unalerted.
It has to be the two bastards that came from him.
Basically, yeah.
I believe with Namor. I believe it's so with Namor.
Yeah,
But I don't see too many interactions between Spider-Man and him, or
Yeah.
Namor.
That's how I'm fucking saying it from now on.
Namor. I mean, I don't care too much for the character in the comics because fuck him and his little wings. But no, seriously, I can't stand them shits. I literally had like a 10-minute argument like where they're fucking useless. Argument too. But I don't know. I've never seen too much interaction between those two. Namor's big thing in the comics has always been the Fantastic Four and Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Because he's stalking, Susan Storm, and he just wants to flood Wakanda, but mostly the stalking.
It's just funny to.
Storm is hot.
It's funny to me that in a world where they took out the X-Men's uniform and just gave him black leather, that Namor has this costume available to him.
Uh-huh.
And they said, nah, fuck it. The Speedo's fine.
Yeah.
We'll go with the Speedo.
Go with the Speedo. Go with the, yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. Speedos. You know, I mean, listen, if I'm going to be taken seriously as a powerful leader, I got to run Speedos, man.
Yo, as you know, just like in Game of Thrones, whoever could tell the best story is king. And in Talakan, whoever has the biggest bulge is the king.
Exactly. There it is. If you're bulging, you're doing it. Bring the bulge or don't come at all.
Word.
Can't believe I just said that.
This goes back to our original conversation.
And it's never going away. Never.
Hey, that was unprompted, so that's all on you.
We're back to the start of the episode.
Yeah. That's it. I always think to myself, like, I've read more comics. Something about the dude. I've never cared about Aquaman. Don't give a shit. And the more a douchebag. I usually kind of like reading about douche. No, don't give a shit. Not even a little bit.
I think it's very easy not to care about Namor because he's so fucking abrasive.
Yes.
For no reason. I mean, to him, there's a reason because we're literally destroying his whole fucking ecosystem.
Yes.
But if that's the case, fucking come up and help us change the shit. Do something.
No.
Yeah, you doing a whole lot of complaining. No problem solving.
But no action. Yeah, there's nothing there that's like.
He's the guy who shows up to the Starbucks every morning and is like, they never get my name right. It's like, yo, either make it simpler or go to a different fucking Starbucks. Why do you come here every time to do the same shit?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yo, because I can complain here. Nobody wants to hear your shit, bro.
Yeah.
All
My
right?
Starbucks
Take your
don't
wing feet. Get the fuck out.
Word. My Starbucks don't fucking. They don't serve Big Macs or pizza. I be asking about that shit, and they're like, what? I was like, yo, with the fucking price you charge, you better get me a fucking gallon of Coke.
You need McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and Starbucks.
Yes. Maybe KFC.
You will die that same day. You order your dad.
A double mocha frappe with a 20-piece chicken nugget.
And your heart goes, we're done. Your heart's gonna go, we're done.
The minute you put in the order, you don't even taste anything. Just boop, boop, like that's it.
And then they're gonna call it a grande, and it looks like this.
Let me get the tall.
Yeah, right. A tall. That's it.
I take offense to that shit. Like, why is the tall a shot? Like, fuck you.
The first time I went there and they told somebody, "Yo, get a grande for me." I got you, bro. I don't know what the fuck that means. I do. It's supposed to be big in Spanish. It's
grande, yeah.
Go over there. Dude hands me a cup. It's like this, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, you got the order wrong, bro." I said grande. What's this? It's grande. I was like, "Oh my fucking world." This is not no, man. I'm taking it to somebody else. You're gonna think I'm wrong. I took it to dude. He was like, "No, that's the size."
It's like
you ain't gonna make me look stupid.
Oh, jeez.
So to Anthony's point here, the difference between Aquaman and Namor is Aquaman actually cares for humanity and would interact. So yeah, Arthur Curry is of both worlds. His father's human, his mother's Atlantean, so he carries the position from both. Where Namor is just Atlantean. His city was crumbled and fucking sent it to the sea by the god. This is in the comics, not the movie. City was crumpled and sent it to the sea by the gods, and they were forced to fucking adapt and all that. He has no reason to connect with anybody up here.
Only if there's a world threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then, it's like he has more of a reason to not care. Why would he want to care if it's like, I was pushed away, I was cast aside? Like, why am I gonna help? Why am I gonna care? Why should I have any empathy? Like,
no, I know. Yeah, I know his we call it. His dad is human, but he's never been in touch with that side. Like, that never comes up. He's 100%. I'm Atlantean, and I'm only about my people. Fuck everybody else. If you leave us alone, I leave you alone. Unless your name is Sue Storm, and then you got to get a restraining order.
Or Wakanda. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. Unless you're Wakanda, I'm gonna fucking drown you.
But that was Shuri's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, in the comics, there's the Phoenix Force. Black Panther and Namor put their differences aside. It was like, yo, we got to go stop this shit from happening. Shuri took that moment and attacked Atlantis. And then when Namor found out, he's like, fuck that. Took the Phoenix Force and went into Wakanda and burnt that shit asunder and flooded the whole fuck place. So if it wasn't for her.
But still, they'll blame Namor for it, and yeah.
Yeah, it's always the woman's fault.
Namor gave Africa fresh water. What? No, he did. He did. Now that I can.
Well, because he flooded.
No, he did. No, he did. He did. He did. It's the expense of lives, but I get it.
The fact that in the movie when he does it, it's like you still feel bad. It's like it's justified.
Listen, helping an ecosystem.
Yo, I just want to know, because in the first Black Panther, I don't remember there being so much water, and all of a sudden in Wakanda Forever, there's a river down the center of the fucking city.
The only time I saw the water is when they went to have the fight.
Yes.
Yes. But that seemed like it was in a vastly different place than where the city was.
Like, you remember when they glide in and they first arrive? Water, city.
Yep.
It's like it's not even close, but now it's like, oh yeah, right here.
There's a countryside. Yeah. Like, did you guys make a river? The river runs through it now. Help me out here.
Well, Namor made a fucking river.
No, yeah, he made.
He made an ocean.
He made death.
That's got to be some gangster shit. Your queen doesn't want to do it, so I killed her. It's your turn now. What's your decision? It's like you are queen now. You make this fucking decision to save your people. This other one was too stupid for it. It's like, damn, son. That's some shit.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yo, it's funny because as much as I like what they did with him for the movie, that one part is the most comic accurate part.
Yeah, it is. That's him the whole way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a douchebag. I just don't care. Funny, like Anthony said, like he could kill over him without a second thought, show no emotion. And I still don't care.
Yeah,
everything you said there is true and accurate, but he's just so fucking lame.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Before Wakanda Forever, Namor was not on my radar. But after Wakanda Forever and making him Mayan, I don't know what you call
Mayan. I'm gonna go with Mayan.
Yeah.
Right. Making him of that ilk and tying it into the Latin and Hispanic heritage. Then I was like, all right. This is where I'm aligning myself with. Because finally it's the closest to us that we've ever gotten before.
Yeah.
So see, before kind of forever, he was below my radar. Nobody. Okay. I was back.
Say that again. You froze.
Yeah. All we heard was before, and then nobody got that. Nobody got that.
Oh, below my radar. So it was.
Yeah. I got you now.
Still is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Still is.
Yeah. Yo, show you awake?
I hope so. I was driving. Yeah, I hope there's not a cat in this fucking car.
What? Car?
He said he heard a fucking cat. I'm like, shit. I'm
driving,
bro. This is my fucking steering wheel.
He thought you were still in the truck.
Work. Nah, I'm driving home.
Where'd you get a cat from?
I heard him say, I thought I heard a cat.
Of Mayan. Oh, okay. He's a mixture. Got it.
Yeah, but that's as close as we're going to get to some kind of Spanish in the MCU.
They're supposed to bring back things. They're supposed to bring, damn it, I can't remember the name.
White Tiger?
Yeah, White Tiger. For Daredevil.
Yo, White Tiger, we get pure Puerto Ricans right there.
Yeah, no, yeah, because that whole lineage is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, straight fucking Tejano.
Yeah, the father, the daughter, yeah.
Oh, so it's gonna be played by a Dominican? I mean, they had a fucking movie about Dominicans played by Puerto Ricans, so
yeah, they had a movie about Puerto Ricans played by Greeks.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
I can't respond to anything this man says in the comments.
They made Namor literally a wetback.
Was that Taquan? You ain't even got to say.
Well, no, Taquan, not really, because he's not American.
Oh,
this is true.
That's crazy. You say one thing, and I already know what you're talking about. I can't respond to this man. Who, Taquan? Got him. Taquan.
I understand that controversy creates cash. I understand.
He's the Skip Bayless of this shit.
Go for it, brother. Go for it. 100%, man.
Word. Shit. I mean, I think we had a good conversation today about Batman and Spider-Man. Something different than what we've been doing for the past couple months with with the MCU and complaining about shit. But
it was simple today. We got a topic on there. Instead of just.
I still believe our comments about the Power Rangers and collateral damage is legit.
No, yeah.
That needs to be its own episode. It's just that whole conversation.
Because I feel that nobody in Angel Grove had a problem with them, but yet Batman does what he does in the Gotham. Everybody raises their goddamn arms. Somebody should be upset in Angel Grove.
The fact that the Zords, before there was even a fight, are destroying buildings and towns. It's like, you haven't even touched them yet.
Most important part is, what is their fucking ecosystem like in Angel Grove? They have everything around them all at once. Desert, fucking Arctic, volcanoes.
Wait, to relate it to comics, I want to know what the collateral damage was when the Power Rangers fought Godzilla. Because that was just all destruction.
Shit. It wasn't as much as fucking Superman.
No.
And Superman won.
No, actually, technically it was, because it happened through episodes. It continuously happened. And for some reason, at one point, I think they destroyed the same building like 8 times.
Yeah,
but I mean, that building and they would destroy it again.
But Superman actually terraformed Africa.
True. This is true.
Like he flew through the planet and watched Africa terraform into fucking part of fucking Krypton.
That's
crazy. You know what? This is gonna be an episode now. It's just who made more collateral damage.
Oh, let's remember the Avengers destroyed downtown. Then that's all it was.
Man, well, it only takes one white girl to say, "Captain America saved my life." It's okay if they destroyed downtown.
Hey, that's Ashley Johnson. It is all right if she says it.
That's true.
True.
It's not fair, Leon. It's not fair. Lionheart for anybody that doesn't fucking know.
Yeah, that reminds me of you destroyed a building that cost $5 million to make for $25,000. Fuck you, lady. I love Demolition Man. Oh, like perfect. That's how you do it.
Word.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Anybody got any ideas for next week's topic?
That's a good. Let me see. Damn, I had something and it went away when I started talking about Power Rangers.
I'm telling you, we're about to just
right there.
discuss collateral damage as a whole episode.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh man, shit.
If you have,
what would you like to see in whenever the new Daredevil show comes out? What are storylines that you would like to be included in it? You can look stuff up. We have a whole week show. Saying I'm being real. I'm being real. I know Cap has already running through the Rolodex. So am I. You know what I'm saying? But think of what you would like to see. Because remember, it's 18 fucking episodes.
Yeah, they're giving it.
Who would you like to see make an appearance for a minute? Not necessarily overstay their welcome. Cut an extra.
Yo, I swear I heard Carmen Electra.
I did.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, okay.
I would love to see Carmen Electra.
You would, wouldn't you?
If you could switch two superheroes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I like that.
I get it. I get what he's saying. That's a good one.
Yeah, we can hear you, Sean. Just
my bad. I didn't want to interrupt y'all talking.
Right. So what do you mean switch their roles, but they would keep their same powers?
I'm saying, would you switch their, like, let's say if you put Spiderman in Batman's role, would you give them different powers, or are you gonna keep them with the Spider-Man?
So you
role?
So are you asking, what if Peter Parker was Batman, or what if Spider-Man was in Gotham?
Exactly.
There you go.
What if Peter Parker? I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Let me. I was fucking.
Yep.
God damn it, Joe, I missed you, man. Still in the 2 point, baby. Oh my God, I missed that. I missed that so much.
Precisely.
I was this close from just turning off. Like, fuck it.
Nah.
I love the confidence of what you said. Exactly.
It
was just. That's right. I'm like, no.
You get it.
No.
2 different questions at once.
You get it.
And Spider-Man was in Gotham. Is what I'm saying.
So we're taking the characters and moving them to a different location and having them deal with that problem.
Correct. With the
Okay.
with the other superheroes problem.
Okay. I personally like the original answer.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Both.
I'm like, what?
Hey, we can do both. Shit.
That's the preview for
It's
next
content.
week. Will
Yeah,
we ever
absolutely.
get this question answered? Find out on the next
Exactly.
Comics.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, it's funny.
All right.
You're right. The Powerpuff Girls are also another ones that fucked a lot of shit up.
Yeah, but they're girls. They can do whatever they
Yeah.
want.
See, that's going to be the question we start with next week.
Equal here. Everybody.
That's the question we start off next week. We have to do our research. Who did more collateral damage? That's how we start the show next week.
Oh, that's easy. That's really easy. Booster Gold.
And on that note, right? Well, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood Nukkle